very soon for us to have some few discussions as to how he's going to set up and how he's going to be planning towards the game and how things are going to fare for his side. In a few moments' time, Coach will be here with me for us to take him and also listen to what he has for us ahead of the game. Yes, please. Coach, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Coach, this is a very, very important game for Nations FC. And for 18 home games, you haven't lost any. It's been a very, very impressive run in the Ghana Premier League. Coach, does it put some pressure on you to be able to, come up and also rise and beat House of Folk in this game?
There's no pressure on me. Football, any game that you win, they give you 3 points. So, as is a big club, it's only unfortunate things are not working well for them. But
na afi yakwakohwe ama no makwankan e de amanyina ntina enche bia besa ba na yasa joine Robert no ne coach fence Kasim Okansi Mingo adi nkomo esanse wo se hu normal ahodo odi good game nim last 14 home matches on lose game enti den kwa na oye e de protect sa de no sa home record no nyina no odi won komo enche bia yebe mu hu de ekoso ewo Dr. Kwamiche Sports Complex won sa e na honsam no esiatie na medical catch games ahodo bebre na beba na ebeda o screen scrum onya bi hwe na otimi sampa Nations FC Boti House of Folk Brekum Chelsea ni club ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko and also a big game baso el Brekum na the chance 14 years ni Kotoko ntimi ko share Brekum Chelsea o Brekum da etine no amoto record no so anase Kotoko enso ko ako break records ni na honsem yebedi won kuma pa Betem United and Dreams FC amo enso bebo and then what no so Baseke Holy Stars abo edetia Mediama Sporting Club before John Apostles abo edetia Bobo Kwe fani se Adriana Stars na Heart of Lions abo edetia Karela and games ahodo and Bibiani Ghost Stars mom na Legon City fono abo edetia Karela na fi Samatas 1996 and so abo edetia Vision FC enti we any games ya and the nyina ebaso ewo Ghana Premier League match day 4 ni musanity ne momo no de ebe live on Globe TV ama wonya bi ahwe no House of Folk and then Nations FC and Nations FC and the House of Folk game no and we live on Globe TV obinya bi ahwe ma normal konkan e de amount for message bra na min kan emfama when e din kunim House of Folk Nations FC House of Folk Brekum Chelsea Asante Kotoko when e din kunim for message bra na min kan emfama what the bantama near kind and tem at the amount 0591228584 or the first aba na makan at the amount when I didn't kunim Nations FC House of Folk Nations FC House of Folk Brekum Chelsea Asante Kotoko breaking records at that hole and now say Brekum Chelsea for no maintain records for that Brekum Golden City Park and so running Crabia and the veteran game with him to know ye bedi won come na game no nti enche bia e besa hwe na ya join the feed no na afi ye de pre-match no so abro ne momo no de tino say we any and I say companies ahodo amaso asane a games no live on Globe TV de tino say Nasco Electronics na and watching Intercity STC coaches and watching Bet Power omo adaroma and a game no live on Globe TV Nasco Electronics and afi Intercity STC coaches and afi Bet Power omo adaroma and watching Jiffas Mixer and afi P capsules Jiffas Mixer and P capsules adaroma mo kan ho bi and the games no Brantino Nations FC House of Folk and live on Globe TV unba biako what the answer bet na se na wa enjoy game ni kama ama enoma konkan e de ama enti no yen sha se ohun na yenim komo e wo games nim yenim komo pa na afi yenhwe omo ba ye be join omo na afi yamo wahu de yekoso pretty much no yamo wahu uhu sina Konya Robert oni coach e friend say Casemengo awa na omo din komo ntino omo ba pe etotomu a ye be san e de abro na ye hu de yekom yen sha se fan free Nations FC and House of Folk essence no and live on Globe TV no and e be ama wonya bi ahwe omo no ye 2 games and omo bom essence last year and the Nations for no make appearance our Ghana in Premier League in last year and among every Bekwa Youth PMO Bekwa Youth Association a football club Benya Nations FC and 2 games and among between 2 teams we now first leg now you doing so House of Folk are doing kunim our brankers here we answer Kwame Sports Complex Nante +4 and our Nations 40 omoka na no chow say amufie hono de anya ade so mehwe alisu ofie eno wati no House of Folk second leg no omo ehwe making sure so mu din kunim kama pa ewo a second leg in 2-0 over Club of Nations FC the first leg no and 1-1 and I feel second leg and also House of Folk din kunim 2-0 over Boboko Defense Nations FC no ye the same records way and na ye de ko game nim ento hwa de etia Nations fear so difficult say at my opponent so about Kwakofa results and at 3 points at their continuation cry and a basi game so here now yeah bonus say yeah expected 3 goals no enya dia over 3.5 enya dia pure game nim to no 0% enya dia pure game nim me pa cho ye pe 2 goals nso the attention say over 2.5 omumi no bo na ye pe 3 goals wa enya de no so ba ntia no eso 0% ne momo no say ye bo na ye pe 2 goals dia over 1.5 and my 100% over 0.5 and no so say ye bo na go ba mu no and no so my 100% since 2 times omi na asia no they say goals enya goals and pm e wa bra omi no na den enso asia now yenko anim na yen hwa de Nations FC omo last game some ball and I said first time we share ni yen hwa de anti hasai and I also rare finish say Casemengo sia de efisa game nim we first leg no yes and I say we second leg nim we Nations FC has a folk action goals no money ye 13 minutes and has a game no first go by 7th minute and after second go by on 13th minutes and no so say almost share goal no our first half we na no ano no into then and a coach e finish Casemengo on the boys na sia afri we mo because ye sha see and has enya the first 2 goals in our 7th and after 13th minute and almost tell nsa e the free game no ho e then and almost sia e the free game mesan so when has e bobia na amuta consider early goals and early goal and early goals because hano MI2 sanity intini yensa nyo no field no biem Dr. Kwame Sports Complex ya ba ye beto discussion so
come down and play the normal game that they've been playing. So we approach it the normal way we play. Football, before you approach it, it depends on the opponents, the way they will play. Then you have to you see what will happen.
Now, Coach, you've watched the Accra House of Folk team. It's been on and off. What would you and your team have to do right this afternoon to be able to pick the 3 points or continue your impressive home run?
I have not watched them. I didn't watch their last game. So they play for 10 minutes. I could see the way they play. So we also map up a strategy to contain them.
Coach, the fans are here in numbers. Just a few words for them. They've been here and they've been supporting always.
They should continue supporting and pray for their team. And at the end of the day, we're going to give them what they need.
Thank you very much, Coach. So that was the head coach, Casemengo, that we just spoke to. Very soon I'll be joined by the head coach of Accra House of Folk for us to have a few words. And he's also coming in very, very soon. House of Folk have had some very bad results over the past few days. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Coach, this season it hasn't been the best for Accra Hearts of Folk. 2 defeats in the first 2 games, and also you were back to winning ways against Bechem United. What is the approach for this game?
This game is, thank you for your viewers and the listeners. I think this game is very, very crucial for Accra Hearts of Folk. As you have already said, we lost 2 games and we won 1. We are hoping this one will change another winning spirit. We will move forward with it.
Now, Nations FC have never beaten you in the league. The 2 times you've played, one was a draw here, and the other one was a 2-0 victory for you. Does that give you some kind of confidence coming up against this club?
Yes, of course. Yes. It's giving us too much confidence, and they went away and they won. We also play home and we won. And we are hoping this match is very difficult, but at the end of the day, we'll carry the day.
Now, looking at Nations FC, they've been very, very good this season. What do you think your team has to folk and the technical team will need to do right to be able to get a respectable scoreline this afternoon?
Yeah, the technical team, we have already shaping the boys already. Last game, they did very well. We are hoping this time they will do more. As is this is away game, and away game you need to go extra mile before you can get your whole points. So we are hoping they will do well, and then we'll get the 3 points, maximum 3 points.
Thank you very much, Coach. All right. So that was the assistant coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, and it's really going to be an interesting game. It is going to be very, very difficult here this afternoon. Hearts of Oak have a very good record against Nations FC. Will they continue that, or things will be cut short? You know, history has an interesting way of repeating itself, and also history is meant to be broken. So Nations FC break that history this afternoon, or things are going to always move as it has always been. It's really an interesting game, and we urge all of you to keep mute and also stay glued to Globe Television as we bring you the first 45 minutes of this particular game.
I see we pretty much discussion of so Abrankasi Dr. Kwame Sports Complex umusena coaches ni no obi a trade the game no obetimi ababaye no game nim yawabankwa Iceland coach Emma has a folk Sasna Kasim or Kansi Mingo or non see coach Edima Nation Service no one musena omudin komo na me go so a major trade the ACL between House of Folk and Afi Nation Service no first as game was no first half na House of Folk etin inside edify home and you say on the 7th minute na and Dennis and Chroma Kosa aya assist Edima Kasim Sisi and man say first goal and what Antibia 13th minute and around here friend Linda Tange ya assist Edema Hamza Isa and almost a second goal and almost a free game deep and a Kasim Mengo on the boys next year idea free mom and was so much idea film because I'm House of Folk here omo consider eligo pa afi yenko next one na yensan hwe de no society ye bra House of Folk e se ni go e de tia club of friends Nations FC na House of Folk fi so ma dinkunimo game no ma wi anasa because we have Tama House of Folk e se ni go on the 9th minute and around here friends Hamza Isa enya ni go no we asai another question you say bisa reference Kasim Mingo said then and omosuan de dey free because on the 9th minute and I ran to your first Hamza Isa Enyago. So first one I buy and 7th and 13th and I has for you on the 9th minute and Hamza Isa Enyago editing Abubakar first Nations FC. Now as a 4th so my game na wi anasa on 90+4 and I ran to your first Kevin and I wrote it down so or no ever take ano edema Abubakar first Nations FC. Ntia no try say o mienu sia Nations for no e consider early goal. House of Folk early go etia Boboko friends Nations FC saying and ebe corner has air to also now amasamu early go no and as saying ebe call Dr. Kwame Sports Complex Emrenin Krabia and ebe tre game nim yenhwe Nations FC the ten say omo last 5 matches on my bono say and ahusem city omo last 5 on my ball utimi say records no enkoye sa emfama Nations FC on omo last 5 on my bono. The chance Oma winning just 1 out of their last 5 games on my ball and Oma draw 3 and after Malusi back. Jano Chira said Nations and yet Nancy when the crown was against Adriana Stars Ewadoma Nyesananka Nations for no or more winning games at Chapa and in last 5 Oma winning 1 and after Oma draw 3 and Malusi back. Jano Chira said Nanka and Oma Chara Kuye from Nations in terms of winning percentage or my last 5 games in House of Folk there no almost no last 5 for us no say and at here am winning 2 and am lose am draw back na for lose 2 it has then the match him almost am winning 2 na am draw back na am lose so mienu ntino 2 wins 1 draw and afi and 2 lose and anwako adiama Boboko FM House of Folk ntino so tell say what they compare Nations FC for there na has the wins no percentage was as compared to Bobo Kwaye Fenise Nations FC. Now, young Nations for no home was Sankra and in the last games are Nations for no bottom. Ultimis Eofino, Yana Ayadesa no demo Montino. O Chakimua, Bobo said draw, win, draw, sir. And so way games and Nations for no abo fie ane ba ko a nations for no ye ho ade pa na ye say omo tena fie lose game no ene ye omo enya de eta to nations for no say omo tena fie pa a lose game no ayade a entam to nations for no kra enti we no kra no okay the last 5 matches amabo a otimi say draw win and afei draws to aso we no e by etia club e fe say eye Accra Lions and yes Accra Lions mum omo na win no e by tia omo ntia no kire say nations for no say omo tifia e den some lose game no because the last 14 home matches amabo no enya ade a omo alusu games ni bi ntia no kire say anodin pa afei yenko anim na ye has a folk omo away performance e wo omo last 5 away games ni has a folk omo de na de say omo we omo lusu eye 3 and afei omo win 2 e wo away and no chance has a folk ko away ya so obedi nkunim no bibi kakra ne momo no so no on time and lusu bebre draw on my way or omo last 5 games him na de chance so hwe hakra na utimi say omo we games omo no na ye be wie season no no mko she bechem for 3-2 and afei omo esan edi nkunim over bobo ko e fene say brekum Chelsea for no so enti na o kire say omo so away ni performance ni sign na be ko e wo game nim esan say na mo boss away team sign na be ko e wo game nim eno kakra eno free game no ba now yen hwem de tie ne say why nation saves you so be she go nation saves has of ye busa so be she go e wo game nim na 2 games mabo nyina no goals appeal game nim nation saves per goal scoring abilities na qualities no and I'm say anya sharp as compared to House of Folk in terms of defense are very good nemom no say yen goals no House of Folk dey no was so bebre as compared to Nations FC and uba ha bo say Nations for no say yen bi so mbehye goal no am 30% e wo yen data ni mo House of Folk e bi so make keep clean sheet e wo so ha House of Folk keep clean sheet e wa brankers na percentage no MI 40% our yen data nim yen kwase an yen has House of Folk be shegu ana dan wa say nim has House of Folk be shegu House of Folk dey no goal score regional 50% extra say last time we call no omo say go nti no che say omo say 1 nti na 50% say House of Folk e bia game we say no omo be san say go ye busa say nation saves bet make people clean sheet our game nim ana eno enso no MI 40% eno dey tie no nti no why and consider rate ni was between these two teams no and also na doubt screen so when you be ahwe na kama pa no say eba na say you consider go so what team say has for no consider as compared to bobo ko e say nation saves in the game no say consider bibi ba bia na e be free bobo ko e say has folk fast so essence so mo consider be real line na omo consider be especially so omo bo away no omo consider be eno ye club FN has folk because of nation saves for mo tifia go consider no kakra bi wo he line na and also agree na all the compares there na what has there no ne red no anodin enti has folk ahead there omo nations 40 fia so omo consider go no 0.7 na say no enso da no 1 and 2 kra na enso da no 2 go has folk every away game bia no omo 1 goal per game and no chance has folk ntam kwan fa so consider no ade anodin pa and no has folk for the na yen kwa anyway na yen hwe we na per current form has folk nations we busa say why na edi nkunim e wo game nim nations dey ni House of Folk dey ni mama sha say Nations FC na dey tell say we omo last 5 games maba ba ko pe na madi nkunim we House of Folk for so they are the last 5 from last season but this season House of Folk are winning 2 nti ebusa say why na edi nkunim us House of Folk is plus 30% better in terms of points per game House of Folk dey ni House of Folk is 30% better in terms of points per game. It you know Chelsea game we say no in data na Chelsea be House of Folk e betimi akọ prove bibi o our brankers one mom e no e de tie now yen kwa anim na yen hwa de wo ha say we hana asam we combined 11 between House of Folk and afei Nations FC combined 11 e bi last season experience players ni ya and afei ye sha say no match they try edi kan boy twem no players ni more why na impress o kasipa it way combined 11 between House of Folk and afei Nations FC to hwa goalkeeping department na Kofi Mensah of Nation Service didn't compare Benjamin Asari of House of Folkwa. I think that Benjamin Asari, the performance no was from last season, neighbor, occupy most clean sheets from last season. Every season, we no say Benjamin Asari no occupy goalpost no ahead of goalkeeper and Eddie Kofi Mensah. And Ibenya back for no I say na Ibenya Ayaya Dramani on no age na fe yanya branch friends Ransford Mensah for House of Folk. And to the centre backs, and I said 4 defenders, no, yenya 3 House of Folk players, yenya Ranty Fence, yaya Adraman, Ransford, Mensah, and I say Kevin Osasibe, also able as a centre back. Now, Razak Simpson, your best centre backs, I would want to walk in league him, but back what they be a bonidin, I Ranty Fence, Razak Simpson, will see a kind of Nation FC, and to hear the money more from last season in Banana. You have a whole lot of centre backs, Obinya Kevin Asibe, Obinya. A whole lot Ebenezer Ban now almost a lot of goals our last season. Never know. So the best centre backs and more Kroimua, Medical Alpha Ranty Fence, Razak Simpson, Essence and Money Mono, I had to say Conkampa. You can't feel if you want to. House of Folk, I had 2 signings beer, Ebro beer, again tells yes so. Okay, Fifia, Obinya Ranty Fence, Hussein Mohammed Alonso from the Baby United from Division 1 team. But Obayano, Yamusa Kaka, well, has team mat, Debia, even the last game, I has for boy and no, and a man of the match, Nano Chelsea, Hussein from the Baby Bayano, and no my aircon kind Ed Money Yepa. Sunny Mohammed, I don't say by impress or has team in him, or by Jaboso, or by Jim Medwaboswa, or Mastermind or Medhonomo, and no Chelsea, Sunny Mohammed in the Money Morum, I had to say a conca Yepa. Afe Yaba Yen. Right, I Medfield Horror, you been a branch of fence, Pfizer to Wote, who said carrying Edma Nation Service from last season, embassy this season. No more than more, they say if you are domo, Quadomo, I feel Nafu Sulemana, honestly, player, Edma Nation Service. Also, last season, Banano, or if you are domo, Quadomo, even game one. House of Folk Ebo last season, who are branch of fence, Nafu Sulemana, fantastic player by all standard, and no air the Eterno. After young Quanuma, near 2 players of Mulidi attack, no, Ediama, and I said combined 11, no. Hamza Isa went to me any free combined 11 Wimo, as I say, 2 games of our nation in our Shegu. 2 games of Hamza Isa. About House of Fokiano, Aranti fence, Hamza Isa Ashegu, and Ocho say, won't me any and free combined 11 Wimo. Barry Maba, last season, the first player of the season, our Nation Service, no, I quite my Aranti fence, Bas na money mono day down if la do kwa do and it's a House of Folk for or more be defenders no be ya or more sha branch fence Nafu Sulemana and afa branch fence Berima Ban and afa say nations for no mo so be ya etia branch fence Hamza Isa I was say ya branch fence Razak Simpson or no be ya trust no achiro say about say yen control achiro padia or no money mo fra do mo kwa do mo yi papa sa e da honsam no sitie entino we combined 11 both teams to him House of Folk for bebre pa House of Folk enya bebre as compared to Bobo Kwaye friend say Nations Forum sanity. Now you have some players be a players to watch in this game. Say that here around here fans Berima Ban catch was the fans player of the season or a command after say we season or na the money mo kon kai we player was House of Folk for no every year or game yes I bet me across very big ham e dey with team no yef yenko anim na yenhwe another player me pacho Abranti fans Nafu Sulemana ono so one player House of Folk for no was some hwe we Nafu Sulemana so fa ball no 110 no ho wait me ama ho akire ye panti House of Folk was some hwe next one or cycle form, Samuel or cycle form, and no center back, no Otia Kai Edima, Bechem United, in Yehuno, has the Nachiko Nechia, and Nations for Munsakano, and Tonya Branty fence, Razak Simpson, our partner support, very solid dear part, the Nations Forum. So, and that's a House of Folk, you want to me, Segua, now a performance between this guy, Abranti FN or cycle form, and Alfie Razak Simpson. I'm going to bet my hair to you, send a beer house for Entimi and Segu. Now, young Quenim, not young coming, Mema and Ankasankasa, Abranti FN said Razak Simpson, very good center back, when in Bonnebo, the height, the BBR. Utim Sampa way a true definition of a center back. I know Jina Honum, and Abranti FN said Razak Simpson, now some and I make a chono. Now, young House of Folk, near Tradia. Player with Team Titi Nation Service, you know, I ran to the screen, so I ran to the Hamza Isa, or no, any player with Team Titi, I Nations for Yepa. 2 games of Abonano, I ran to the Hamza Isa, wahye goal and wahye goals tia nations for no now yanko anim na yanhwa abrante efe Hussein Mohammed Alonso from the baby obaye no debia ne money free adumu kwa adumu sa ntino game against Bechem United yewie no na man of the match akọ adiama abrante efe Hussein Mohammed no wo kire wo se na game no so has betimi akrete on finfi wo has betimi afamefo na bone bo a ebegina abrante efe Hussein Mohammed so se obaye no adwuma ne now yanko anim ne nhwa sa player we ne di ene Afriye Boatia Samoa Nations FC for last season top scorer abrante efe say Afriye Boatin Asamoah or 11 goals and a moment ono and na oyo mo top scorer last season onim team ni ye de ntem na be kan chese onim team na obesi akantia ne no essence oba haso folk no eno man shadan fan emfa man de ne mom no wa kire pefe say onim goal ni say because na oyo top scorer at the Nations for no tin the same cry and a game no besi akọ e dey ma brand here feel say eye Afriye Boatin Asamoah and wanya kwan o she game na say edi ama House of Folk Boboko no sign na beko edi ama no sa na ho nsem sitintin no wey and start kakra edi go edi ama na fo hu between House of Folk and Nations FC ade bia e wo say oyadan hu e wo game no before class game no and so asase message kakra wa ha ho mekan edi ama mekan edi ama pa na fi sanete mekan edi ama pa sa ena ho sem sitie Jeffers mixer ena fa P caps sa Daroma ena megina ha game yi ebe live on Globe TV ama wonya bi ahwe Jeffers mixer ena fa P caps sa Daroma oye be man na wo hwe me ena ahwe na wadwuma ye won pass no enkoyi a mesra wo be hwe has Nations game yi tumirika quadrasto bia formos bia hebaso bia okwas mpa Jeffers mixer ena fa P caps ni bi tobinom na NCSU na ema wonyina na so ye na onwa adwuma ema no man kon kan pa emfa ema bema sabio obema na hodinim bema woso nsansan ade bema na boso bema gonorrhea achewo ama bema airphone wadru Jeffers mixer ena fa P caps na mekanfo ede ama ene ahwei ene wachi bema bi so ho a na de ne se ojunso ise ochem ansa junso na ba ye se droben roba koto bema nyabetre pa faji fasie wonso no mona no pa awia anre ebekum krona ma na afa wonso wanya ofa hudi ama no makonkan pa edema bema woni oba kompa so sie na ohun asane wo wadu Jeffers mixer ena afa P caps na mekan fama numbi na emu pa na ema wonyina na so nche ade na ewo nipa bia mu a ent ama wo ba ntem wo sane wo ntem no ni nyina betu ase afiri hama na wonya ofa hudi ama no maso akoyi pa de bema de e so timpem ko anim sa ma ye from miwura ema no man konkan pa enkoni mensam abonten emese fie me mama honkoshe dem da bi di mensam ma obana ni nyi e wa bra ni kunu aba fie ma ne hu so ne bema ena e wade one bema na sabi mo twempena enti ye ba ne ho adwuma yi pa obetuma ye ne ho adwuma yi a eno ene Jeffers mixer ena fa pick ups no eno ena mekan for edi ama bema de emese ye adwuma just bema for bi ato ubepon adwuma bedru fie a mesi ye adwuma kama adona da TV so nya bi ohwa na ye adwuma kama na NCC no madro no na NCC bema he my mom secret ba kwe oba no ba fi weekends o ankra wo so ankra o be twa surprise o be hwese bia obi ye yanse mema de mo hene enti no oba no ankra na hu ya agu hwan ya ono a empam no nya bia o jimu di sase eno man kon kan fa man wada ase mesraw man entrance man so no na bibisa man adwani ni upia boncha koto etam aba wada ase tumika ko he ba shop Brasto of Messi or course massa misro, Mam Jeffers mixer, no man pick up sleeping count. Jina ne she be no, oh, ye capsules no me yam four, now finish she mixer never count a minute, no man come. 119 through one congo do no, na a year Juma will nip again come. I say, go and see much. When they find some pa, it's a town sat, Yakas beat and was at time, but prayer, but we're not just the best in our flag form. Now the baby, the baby. Nyasam kutu Accra bema bi so wa de me ka batma ye nyina ne momo no ne ho so no entimi ma ba emfa afro low spam count and wa so Mr. Wadu Jeffers mixer and afi P caps na me kanfo e de ma ye nua ma no de bia wo so mo charge adosa Mr. oyo ba na wo hwe me na obo nsa na sa wo so Mr. obo nsa na wa ya seju obo an nsa buo no e ka na wo twema ne nsa buo na ba na ya se ba hwe ne sa e ba sa ha adwen no mo Jeffers ne bi na emu na enyi sa ya wo nyina mfa mfiri wo mfa mam eno achi no ba bi wo ne nsa buo ne emaye bosme ba ko timi bu ne nsa mprensa obi nso ho a ne nsa buo man ti wo ye bo mu no obesa hu ne nsa buo mo ne bi ba se December general ho ba bi sa ena obesa hu ne nsa buo ne bi me ba sa ha adwen pa wodro Jeffas mixer no nominensis man wo so mfa fo na asai ofafo na asai ma me nto me nuama ne fo pa essence we nyina no mema na kofa de esa ha wo nyina bre me ma no oni be ma tre be ma se menya nwoi wahu wo so ntimi enwo no wontimi nyim no akoyi egu ntino o se menya nwoi na wa sase no munuro bi de bo awo ho ban wa sase e bo mpane bi de wa de bo awo ho ban sa me srew se wakosa te bi no mpan ho sase no Jeffas ansa na waware anya samba wa na fe na won ma na nkuma afo etwa da pa ensefo wo di Christ fire wo onu mu nso ese fire wo je se wa nto atade efe ese fire wo misraw sase no Jeffas wa di kan mu nrobi ade agba wo ho ban ya ho sase no Jeffas CA ansa na wa ware nti muntu kan ko he ba so podam koto bi oba white wo so man tena se emma mema no ntwemfa wo so sa emma yakopon abodie mu ka kire so what you say enti ma be ma bi fan emrofo so obia wo ne ba ka kire o ojeje no so pa what you say and so ya ka kire anko pepe wasem ma be ma bi magege wo anya yi sa e ba sa ha adwen no Jeffas ne bi na emwa na nyi white ni fanfiri oma na ensiesi na ye obasima ye obasima nkasa ema no man konkan emfa ema enti nupa ne de eno wan Jeffas mixture ena afi pick ups na mekanfo e de amawo ene awie ntino wo hwe bo no wi ya tutumika kodrasto tumika opekra ye wie first half na koto bi no odas wo ya dance beba adanse a fa drewe hu no nya asam koto akra adanse ankofo no ma drewe o ma no pa awo na ba chese obi obunu nsa ote yaw obi a white won so obi a waye mre won pa so obi a be ma na efo no nyina obi a de dance e ba inti Mr. Tobinum na so fa dance bra we ya friend Tobinum na fa dance bra e de no ma wo de dance beba ama no ma so akonkan e de amopa sa e na ho nsem sitie we say good afternoon. I'm Ampa Evans watching live from Quintina. Say, okay. House of Folk will win by 2 goals to 0. We say House of Folk will win by 3 goals to 1. We say hello, Globe TV is your girl, Munaj inside Kumasi, Aija. House of Folk is going to win by 2 goals to 0. Okay. I say I'm coming Afro from Ahonjo today. Accra House of Folk will defeat Nations FC by 3 goals to 1. And Nedia Odebaye. We say, good afternoon, Globe TV. My darling club, Asante Kotoko is going to face Brekum Chelsea okay, today. But House of Folk is going to lose against Nations FC. Greeting to Mr. Kate Okreku and Prosper Harrison Ado. Okay, Ajana 1. Okay, Nedia. And Ajana 1, Mum. Ajana 1. Nedia or the Ebaye no. I'm Francis watching live from Amasaman. I pray House of Folk lose today. Kotoko win. And on the bios. Hi, Osman. My name is Kofi Carpenter inside Sefi and Yaso. Kotoko win and Hasselfolk will lose today. With hi, I'm Abdul Gafaru watching live from Wa. I don't see Hasselfolk scoring, but the unbeaten run will continue. Nations FC 2, Hasselfolk 1. One also, I don't see Hasselfolk scoring no. But I also say House of Folk will lose by 2 goals to 1. Okay. Also, good afternoon, Globe TV. I'm Abdul Ghani watching live at Mampong Fire Station. Straight win for House of Folk, inshallah. Nedia on the Eba Yeno. Whereas House of Folk is going to win by 2 goals to 1. Noah Osai from Nkoko. We say Ajara Achem Aduasa, aka Radio Minister. House of Folk will win 3 goals to 1. Nedia or the House of Folk funny no, and also some flags near Chagusano. House of Folk for no money or just to me sampa. And I went back buy no or money at Japan. To move anyway, so I'm breaking records. And I say, we are Brankas, Dr. Climate Change Sports Complex. One more. Also, I'm watching you live from Kumasi from Clemento Suarez Pepe. Accra House of Folk will win by 2 goals to 1. Globe TV, pa. And on the fire emojis into the one Ebaye. West High, Lion win by 2 goals to 1 from Hawaii. Okay. Because House of Folk can be the winner. That's 2 against Nations FC. We say, good afternoon, please. I'm Prince from Ashanti Achemagogo. Kotoko will win. Okay. With hello. Renaud Atiku from Committee 7. Nations FC 2, House of Folk 1. And the Abadi by House of Folk 1, Nations FC 0. I'm Super from Achimota. We say Nations FC 3, House of Folk 2. Nedia or the Eba and we House of Folk 2, Nations FC 1. Kweku from Kumasi, so Bolo. Okay. Or House of Folk 3, Nations FC 0. Ntiano and the Accra Eba ya ne mekawasem ede ama ono sa na honsem sitie. We so den dia boss I hope House of Folk will win. Okay. Nti sa na honsem sitie Nicholas ɛna ne deɛ ɛna makan ɛde ama wo no nti no wo deɛ ma ya fa wo deɛ bra after first half no na kankan ɛde ama wo na afei yahwɛ san na bɛkɔ Nations FC House of Folk Ghana Premier League match day 4 Dr. Kwame Sports Complex san na bɛkɔ bra game no we na hwɛ live on Globe TV wo deɛ say you know wo bɛka sa wo de come up ama ɛno ma kankan ɛde ama wo Nasco Electronics na afei Intercity STC coaches and watching Bet Power Amanda Roma na afei Gifas Mixer and afei P Capsules and Daroma and I game no benya hwɛ ɛwɔ Globe TV so and awie hwan na din kunim Nations FC and as House of Folk Brekum Chelsea and as Asante Kotoko omhwan and afei so bedin kunim ɛwɔ game no Heart of Lions and I Bibiani Ghost Stars and as Lagos Cities and as Carola United yanko na first half no in concurrent game between Nations FC and Afi House of Folk Football Club.
Match day 1 and 2 against Bechem United and Young Apostles respectively. They are now 5th on the league table with 5 points. Can they get all 3 points this afternoon against House of Folk, who after losing their first 2 games won against Bechem United on match day 3? The last time the two teams met at this same venue, House of Folks Hamza Issa's 9th-minute goal was cancelled out by Richard Danso on the 94th minute in a 1-1 draw. With me as my co-commentator is Konya Robert. I am Vincent Fogo.
It's really going to be a hot and an exciting game between the two teams this afternoon. Just as you mentioned earlier on, the two teams, the last time they met here, the result was a 1-1 draw between them. But this time, it could be thrillingly different as there is no usual suspect here in this particular game. Nations FC hold the most unbeaten home run in the Ghana Premier League so far. Consecutive 18 games at home, they haven't yet lost any. And of course, they've won 10 of those games and they've drawn 8, scoring a whopping 28 goals and also conceding 10 goals. This means this afternoon, Nations FC will try to continue with their impressive home run, and Hearts of Oak will also be here trying to cancel out that history that Nation FC has.
Well, this is Coach Kasim Mingil Okanse's 38th Premier League match as Nations FC's coach. He made 2 changes to his team that defeated the Vienna Stars. Kofi Mensah, the goalkeeper. Razak Simpson also in the squad. Kojo Mankwa, who was signed from Hawaii United, also starts today. Also, Vladimir Van der Poy was signed from Sabah Sporting Academy, also in the squad this afternoon for Nations FC. And we have Barry Maba also starting. Oko Gripman drops to the bench and he's been replaced by Abdul Karim. Samuel Osekufo was signed from Bechem United. He starts for Nations FC this afternoon. And also we have Prince Akwa, who comes in for Nafiu Sulemana, who has dropped out of the squad. Feza Chawete, remember he scored the winner against Vienna Stars in the match day 3. Calvin Ampofu also starting for Nations FC. Victor Odro, the number 6 shirted man, also starting for the Nation FC. Now to the bench of Nation FC, we have Asante Boahin and also Bibori Jangone, who was signed from Real Omnisport. Now Richard Beck, who also at the bench. Raymond Oko Gripman, formerly of Great Olympics, also at the bench of Nations FC. Sadiq Alasa, Moses Opoku, Andrew Skobina, Prince Badu, and also Robin Osman Sanon, all on the bench of Nation FC. Now Coach Abubakar Ouattara makes 1 change in their game against Bechem United. Benjamin Asari, of course, is the captain of the side. He's the goalkeeper. Theophilus Collison also starts for Hasselfolk. Calvin Oseasibe, the defender, who was signed from Techiman 11 Wonders, is in the squad for the Phobia boys this afternoon. Samuel Mafa also starts. And of course, the striker who got the goal at the same venue last season, Hamza Issa, also starts for Hasselfolk. Sani Ishak Mohamed also is in the starting lineup. Bransford Mensah scored a belter of a free kick against Bechem United. He starts today for the Phobia boys. And Hussein Mohamed was signed from DBB United, a Division 1 team, also starts for the Phobia Boys. And of course, this striker knows this ground very well because he was playing for Nations FC last season. As Samuel Watson Afriye is playing against his former club Nation FC this afternoon. Yaya Dreman also starts. And of course, Mauli Wayo drops out of the squad. And in his replacement is Stephen Apia Asare. To the bench of us, we have Kwasin Ketia, Rafael Amponsa, Yoman Kwabefi, also Kwabna Boateng, Martin Kakari, the sensational Martin Kakari, also starts also at the bench for the Phobia Boys. Kunadu Yadom also for the Phobia Boys on the bench. Salim Adams, after returning from Cincinnati FC, also at the bench for the Phobia Boys. And of course, defender Michael Mensah Awua, who played this game for Nations FC last season on this same ground.
The two teams have really come out with strong lineups, and of course you can clearly see that from the players starting and also those of the guys on the bench. Nations FC in their last game won away to Adriana Stars, and also Hasselhoff also defeated Bechem United at home. It means the two teams are all coming from victories, and that is really going to make this afternoon's game a very, very intense one.
Our center referee for today is that's Mohamed Misbah, the experienced Mohamed Misbah. He will be assisted by Kenneth Chinibwa Kodia, that is the line 1, and also the line 2 is Abdullah Salam, and Michael Atta is our 4th official this afternoon. This is referee Misbah Mohamed's 43rd Premier League game, and of course the home team Nations FC currently holds the longest home unbeaten run in 18 home games, 10 wins, 8 draws. Can Hasselhoff break that dominance as they come into this game with their first win of the season over Bechem United? They are full of confidence.
You know, there is a saying that history has an interesting way of repeating itself, and also there is another one which says that history is meant to be broken. And of course, Hasselhoff will be looking up to breaking this record, and also Nations FC would also want to hold on to it to continue their impressive run, and that is the reason why we are up for a thrillingly different game this afternoon.
Well, Hasselhoff in their away jersey, the white strip, their away side, Hasselhoff, Nations FC in their favorable home jersey. Referee Misbah whistles for the commencement of the game. Hasselhoff trying to launch an attack early in the game. Hussein Mohamed. Now this is Samuel Osei-Kuffour. Back to his goalkeeper, Kofi Mensah. Razak Simpson to Kojo Mankwa. Nations FC early in the game building up possession. Now this is Hasselhoff. Ball being cut out. Razak Simpson plays a long one. Calvin Osei-Kuffour, the defender, wasn't able to get his head to it. Ball being sent back to goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Now Ben Asare playing it risky at the back. This is Calvin Osei-Kuffour. Adraman. Now this is Hamza Issa, very dangerous. Hamza Issa twisting and turning. He gets the foul. The Phobia Boys are up and running in this game as early as possible.
Hamza Issa is really a dangerous player for Hasselhoff, especially whenever he's playing against Nations FC. In the 2 games he's played against them, he has always scored, and this time he's here trying to continue that impressive record. I'm not surprised that within the first few seconds of the game he's really into the game and trying to cause pain to Nations FC.
It is a free kick for the Phobia Boys. Hasselhoff. Yaya Draman is behind the ball. Referee Misbah Mohamed shows him where the ball should be played. Yaya Draman behind the ball for Hasselhoff. Can this result in a goal? Yaya Draman plays it long, but goalkeeper Kofi Mensah comes to claim. Kofi Mensah, fantastic goalkeeper by all standard. He's relaxed this afternoon. Early stages in the game, having some words with referee Misbah Mohamed. Kofi Mensah, the goalkeeper. Nations FC are unbeaten in 18 home games. Samuel Osei-Kuffour. That is a wrong footing for Samuel Osei-Kuffour, but he defends very well. Now this is Nations FC. Hasselfolk trying to launch an attack, but to nobody in particular. Striker Asamoah Boateng Afriyie, he knows this ground very well.
I think Nations FC's defense would have to watch out very, very well for Asamoah Boateng. The familiarity between himself and the other players alone gives him a lot of confidence, and he's a very bulky striker, and he could cause a lot of problems for Nations FC this afternoon if he's not well dealt with.
Goalkeeper Kofi Mensah tried to play a shot to Simpson Razak. Razak's ball to nobody in particular. It's a throw in for Hasselfolk. Yaya Dramani give it to Hussein. Now this is Hussein Mohammed, fantastic midfielder, twisting and turning. Now this is Hasselfolk. Theophilus Collison. Ransford Mensah. Samuel Amafa. Now this is Sani Ishaq Mohammed. Ishaq Mohammed to Theophilus Collison. Ishaq Mohammed. The Phobia boy is playing beautifully here. Now this is Ransford Mensah. He scored a beautiful goal against BHM United. Ishaq Mohammed twisting and turning. He's looking for his player to pass, and this is Abdurrahman Yaya Draman. But the rock in defense for Nations FC. Razak Simpson clears the line. Kevin Osiasibe to Hussein. This is Hussein Mohammed. Hussein to Theophilus Collison. Now this is Theophilus in the middle of the park to Ishaq Mohammed. Hamza Issa trying to locate Afriyie, but goalkeeper Kofi Mensah comes to claim.
Once again, it is Asamoah Boateng Afriyie. Another touch. The touch was a bit heavy, and I think he could have done a bit better there. But it's early days yet into the game, and Hasselfolk are trying to control the entire game, and that is becoming a problem for Nations FC.
Now this is Nations FC launching an attack, but referee Misbah Mohammed says Vladimir van der Poel should go no further. Getting an early goal in the game will unsettle your opponent. It is a throw-in for Hasselfolk. Mensah throws the ball. Ransford Mensah, ball being headed out. Now this is Faisal Chawate. Faisal Chawate not able to connect very well. Kevin Osiasibe clears the lines for Phobia Hasselfolk.
In fact, Osiasibe really needs to do what he has just done on multiple occasions, because Hasselfolk are trying to attack in numbers, and when it happens like that, there are always spaces behind the defense, and if you are the sweeper at the back, you need to be on watch.
Well, Hasselfolk throws the ball quickly. Ransford Mensah with the ball. Ransford plays it high, finds Yaya Adraman, beautiful touch. Now this is Ishaq trying to locate Yaya Adraman, but nobody in particular. Nations FC recovers the ball at the midfield. This is Simpson Razak. Razak Simpson. Prince Aqua. Nations FC launching an attack. Kevin Osiasibe, beautiful defensive work by Kevin Osiasibe. Ishaq's ball to nobody in particular. Samuel Osekufor wins the ball and sends the ball to Victor Odro. Victor Odro not able to control the ball. It is a throw-in for Hasselfolk. Ransford Mensah with the ball at the moment. Defensive display by Ransford Mensah. He throws the ball quickly. Ball being headed by Victor Odro. Now this is Faisal Chawate. That was supposed to be a good chance for Nations FC. It was supposed to be a good chance for Nations FC, but referee Misbah Mohammed, on top of issues this afternoon, whistles for an offside.
Kevin Osiasibe is doing what he does best, and just like I said earlier on, if Hasselfolk want to get a respectable scoreline here, he needs to do this for the entire 90 minutes, and I think for now he's doing that quite well.
Well, goalkeeper Benjamin Asare showing his footwork there. He lays the ball to Kevin Osiasibe. Asibe back to Benjamin Asare. Asare trying to locate Samuel Amofa. He gets him. Amofa back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. Hasselhoff playing some beautiful football at the back. Now this is Samuel Amofa. Amofa plays it long, trying to locate Hamza Issa. But Samuel Osei-Kuffour has the ball out of play. It is a throw-in for Hasselhoff. Throw in for the Phobia boys. They are with 3 points out of 3 games. Can they pick out 3 points today? Now this is Hamza Issa, very dangerous. Hamza Issa finds his shot, plays the shot, but goalkeeper Kofi Mensah. It was a tame shot from Ishak.
That was some beautiful exchange of passes between Hamza Issa and then Ishak. But the shot was not the kind that can cause problems for the goalkeeper. I think they need to continue to play like this, but they need to be able to get that composure and the calmness whenever they are closer to the goal of Nations FC.
It is a foul for Nations FC. Abdul Karim leaves the ball for Samuel Osei-Kuffour. The defender signed from Bechem United. This is Razak Simpson. He was the man of the match in their game against Vienna Stars. Samuel Osei-Kuffour surging forward. It is Osei-Kuffour being tackled by Asamoah Boateng-Afriyie. But Nations FC trying to control the midfield. This is Razak Simpson. Now Simpson. Nations FC building patiently, trying to open Hasselhoff. Abdul Karim at the moment. Karim loses the ball. Hussein Mohammed recovers possession. Beautiful play by Hussein. Now this is Hamza Issa. Can Hamza Issa do something? This is Hamza Issa. Referee Misbah says no, I am not taking this as a penalty. It is a goal kick for Nations FC.
The first touch was quite good, but the second was a bit heavy. And in the box, you just need to make a bit of calculations to be able to twist and turn to get away to engineer a shot. But I think Hamza Issa failed to do that. He's someone that Nations FC would have to watch out for very, very well.
He knows how to find the back of the net. On this pitch, last season he was the one who scored for Hasselhoff on this pitch. Nations FC trying to launch an attack through Kojo Amankwa, the defender signed from Hohoi United, but it is an offside. Referee Misbah Mohammed.
Now looking at the game, the first few minutes was for Accra Hasselhoff. They were trying to dominate, trying to build from the back and also get into the midfield with the ball. But now Nations are trying to dominate the game, and Hasselhoff currently are trying to control the spaces. And when it happens like that, you need to always send the balls behind the defense to be able to get them. But I think the first attempt was what the referee just called as an offside.
Well, now this is Kevin Ampofo. Kevin Ampofo trying to locate Van der Poel Vladimir, but Kevin Osei-Kuffour blasts the ball to the defense of Nations FC. Simpson. Hasselhoff regains possession. This is Ishak. He locates Hussein. Hussein to Theophilus Collison. This is Hussein Mohammed. Now Hussein Mohammed loses possession. Hasselhoff wins a throw. Ransford Mensah. Ransford Mensah throws it long, trying to locate Hamza Issa. Hamza gets there, but referee Misbah says Hamza Issa was pushed, and for that matter, it is a free kick for Hasselhoff at a very dangerous position for Nations FC. Razak Simpson, the captain, complaining to referee Misbah Mohammed.
It was really a heavy body check on Hamza Issa, and I think the referee got it right. But in that position, it's always dangerous to concede fouls there, especially when there is a Asamoah Boateng in the box. Everything can happen, and this is football. So the defense will have to be on the watch now.
Match day 4 in the Ghana Premier League at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. It is Nations FC 0, Hasselhoff 0. Hasselhoff with a free kick. Yaya Adraman behind the ball. Yaya Abdurrahman plays it long, trying to locate Hamza Isa. Hamza Isa has the ball and asking for a penalty as he think it is a handball. But quickly Nations FC turn defense into attack. It's a foul for Nations FC.
That was a very good ball at the far post, and Hamza Isa rose very well to that occasion. But once again, Samuel Osoekofo was there to rescue the situation for Nations FC. This is what I just spoke about some moments ago. You don't concede this kind of fouls close to your box when you have the likes of Hamza Isa and then Asamoah Boateng for Hasselhoff.
Abdul Karim shoots from behind. Goalkeeper Benjamin Ansari up to the attacks. Goalkeeper Benjamin Ansari, signed from Great Olympics. He's not the captain of Hasselhoff.
I think the game has been so tight and creating of chances has been difficult, and so in this kind of games, this is what you need to do. You need to try to shoot from afar. Who knows, maybe one of them could result into a goal for you.
Well, now Hasselhoff in possession. Samuel Amofa trying to locate a free Boateng, but Samuel Osoekofo heads the ball away. Now this is Stephen Apiasari. Ishak trying to win possession. Ball being blasted into the defense of Hasselhoff. A poor clearance by Samuel Amofa. But Theophilus Collison wins possession and gives a pass to his goalkeeper. He receives the returning pass and shares possession with Calvin Osiasibe. Asibe to Theophilus Collison. Theophilus locates Hussein in the middle. This is Samuel Amofa to goalkeeper Ben Asare. Hasselhoff playing from the back beautifully. Coach Abubakar Ouattara trying to build on the victory against Bechem United, and this is how you do it. Benjamin Asari, the goalkeeper, still in possession for Hasselhoff. It is Benjamin Asari, plays a long one, trying to locate Asamoah Boateng. He gets him. Now Hussein wins possession, and Hussein wants the returning pass from Hamza Isa, but Hussein was brought down. Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the game to stop.
Hasselhoff have started this game with a very solid defensive partnership. Now, if you have Kevin Osiasibe and then Samuel Amofa in defense, with Theophilus Collison supporting them as a deep line playmaker, sometimes dropping in between to form a back three. That is what Hasselhoff are doing at the moment. And so Nations FC will need to try harder to be able to break this defense.
Now Hasselhoff loses possession but regaining possession. Kevin Osiasibe to Yaya Abdurrahman. Yaya plays it long, trying to locate Hamza Isa. He gets him, but Hamza Isa is being tripped by Kojo Amankwa. Referee Misbah calls Kojo Amankwa to give him some stern warning.
Of course, this is an intelligent foul. Sometimes, if you do not have a lot of understanding in the game, you may think this is a bit unfair. But if you touch the player from behind, definitely it's going to be a foul against you. And that is what has happened now.
Hasselhoff are up and running in this game. They have a free kick at a very dangerous position. Nations FC defending with a 3-man wall. Ishak Sani Mohammed and Benjamin Ransford Mensah rather. Remember, Ransford Mensah scored from same position against Bechem United. Can Ransford Mensah do it again, or will he try to locate a player in the 18-yard box of Nations FC? Ransford Mensah. Will it be Ransford or Sani Isaac? It is Ransford with the ball, but goalkeeper just watch the ball as it travels past the post. It is a goal kick for Nations FC. Referee Misbah says the ball should be played again, and of course Razak Simpson. Now this is Osoekofo, Samuel Osoekofo, a dependable defender from Bechem United, joining Nations FC, and Hasselhoff on the break, but Theophilus Collison was not quick enough. Samuel Osoekofo is on the floor and he's complaining to the referee that that was a stump by Hasselfolk's player.
Sometimes this is what you need to do if you lose the ball in such a situation. It was near suicide for Nations FC. I think as Samuel is very, very experienced, very calm and composed, but he needs to also work on how he carries the ball up front. It is something that is already playing against him in this game.
Well, play restarts and Razak Simpson in control of the ball at the moment. This is Prince Akwa, but Ransford Mensah regains possession for Hasselfolk. Ransford dribbling, but Ransford loses possession. Nations FC trying to launch an attack. A still ball with Hasselfolk. Hussein. Now this is Ransford to nobody in particular, and Simpson, the captain of Nation FC, locates Abdul Karim. This is Prince Akwa. Now this is Victor Odro. Nations FC building patiently, wants to get the opener in this game. It is still Nations FC. Victor Odro, but Kelvin Osasibe with that clearance. Nations FC on top of issues this afternoon, but Hasselfolk's defensive line is also on top of issues.
Kevin Osasibe has been a very dependable defender in this particular game, in as much as he's not bulky and he's not also physically strong, but he's able to deal with any dangerous ball that goes into the area of hearts.
Abdul Karim behind the corner, he plays a long one. Nations FC, but ball being headed out by Hasselfolk. A throw in against the Phobia boys. Victor Odro with the ball. Now this is Odro, he throws it, he gets the ball back again. Karim, it is a throw in for Hasselfolk.
I think there's something the two coaches need to look at. The two strikers, Vladimir van der Poel and also that of Hasselfolk, Afriye Boateng, are they seem missing in the game, and so the coaches need to do something about it. It's either they drop deep to pick the balls, or they need to be located with every single attack.
Samuel Osei-Kuffour has been a thorn in the flesh of Samoa Boateng Afriye. Yaya Draman was trying to connect with Sani Isaac Mohammed, but now Nations FC in possession. Razak Simpson plays a long one, trying to locate Victor Odro rather, it gets him. It's a throw in. It is a throw in for Nations FC. Kojo Amankwa comes from the left side of defense to take the throw. Will there be a long throw by Kojo Amankwa, formerly of Hohoi United? Of course, it is a long throw. Samuel Osei-Kuffour trying to get the header, but Hasselfolk clear their lines quickly. Now, it is Hamza Issa chasing the ball, but Victor Odro clear the lines for Nations FC. Hussein Mohammed. This is Apia, and this is Ransford Mensah. Ransford decides to go back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. Asare locates Kelvin Osasibe. It is Hasselfolk at the moment. This is Theophilus Collison. Ball being played to Yaya Draman. Hussein. Referee Misbah whistles for an infringement for Hasselfolk.
I think the back line of Hasselfolk have been doing very, very well in the first department of the game, and as of now, the minutes we've played, progressing the ball from the back has not been a problem for them, and I think they need to do that defensively also.
Well, Hasselfolk launching an attack of their own. This is Ishaq Sani Mohammed twisting and turning. Will Ishaq shoot? But off target. Ishaq Sani Mohammed with that dangerous left foot. He's very, very dangerous and can unsettle any defense. Goal kick quickly effected. The two centre backs of Nations FC, Razak Simpson and also Samuel Osei-Kuffour, exchanging passes at the back of Nations FC. Razak Simpson loses possession to Afriye Boateng, and Boateng tries the range, a very long shot from a range.
I already spoke about the familiarity between Afriye Boateng and then the back line of Nations FC. These things happen in football. The more you've been able to play with them for a long time, you begin to know a lot about them, and I think that is what Boateng is doing. It was quite unfortunate that he was unable to connect that ball.
Well, Hasselhoff concedes a draw. Faisal Chawete causing problems for Hasselhoff. Ransford Mensah, a poor clearance by the defender. We've done 23 minutes into the game. It is still Nations FC 0, Hasselhoff 0. At the Dr. Kwame Sports Complex, the fans are here in their numbers. Now, beautiful display of football by Hasselhoff. Theophilus Kolusin sends a long one, but ball being headed out by Razak Simpson. Now this is Kojo Amankwa. Kojo Amankwa back to his captain, Razak Simpson. Simpson with the ball. Simpson once again in possession. This is Calvin Ampofo. Samuel Osaikufo in possession at the moment. Nation pushing gradually. It is a foul against Hasselhoff. Samuel Amofa. Samuel Boateng a free, rather the striker is the man down at the moment.
It was a clash between three players, and I think it is something unavoidable in such situations. But the referee got it right by giving the foul to Nations FC.
Samuel Boateng a free, getting some instructions from his coach Abubakar Ouattara. There is still goalless draw at the moment at the Dr. Kwame Sports Complex. But Nations FC with a free kick. Abdul Karim behind the ball. Abdul Karim plays a short one. This is Razak Simpson plays a shot, but defended by Hasselhoff. Now this is Hamza Issa. This is Hussein. Hussein loses possession. Nations FC. Barmaba to Prince Akwa. Will he shoot? Prince Akwa still with the ball. Now this is Victor Odro. Victor Odro sends in the cross, but to nobody in particular. Faisal Chawate chasing the ball. He gets the ball. He passes it to Kojo Amankwa. Sends a long one. The ball being cleared by Stephen Apiasari. Hussein adapts to the clearance. Now Simpson beautifully controls the ball. Fantastic defender by all standard. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asari clears the ball as danger was looming for Hasselhoff. It is at the moment a player down for Hasselhoff. Referee Misbah Mohammed called the medics to attend to the player Hussein Mohammed.
The game is getting a lot more physical, and of course that is how the game should be in situations like this. But Hasselhoff would need to try as much as they can to get at least a goal in the first half, because in those 18 games that Nations FC haven't yet lost at home, they only conceded 2 against Bofa Kwatano here, and even in that game they drew 2-2. So it means if you need to win, you need to score more than one, or you need to be able to get a goal and then protect your lead.
You need to be hydrated. So referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the water break. It is a sunny day at the Dr. Kwame Sports Complex at the Brankase. 27 minutes of play. Hearts of Folk, the visiting side 0, Nations FC, the home team 0. Referee Misbah Mohammed. This is his 43rd Premier League game. He also take a sip of the water.
Of course, he needs to. He needs to. If the players are taking water, the referee has to also do same. You know, we have 11 players for a side chasing the ball, but the referee has to be at the right place at the right time in all other situations on the pitch. And so I think he gets even more tired than some of the players.
The two sides look to have been very lively in the game. What do you think is missing at the moment in the game?
I think the missing piece is just the final pass to the striker. You know, Vladimir Van der Poel has been missing, just like I said earlier on. And also that of Afriye Boateng is also quite missing. His ability to press and take the ball from the defense of nations is what is helping him to stay a lot more relevant in the game at the moment. I think the two coaches need to find a way to be able to locate their strikers whenever they have the ball.
It is a free kick for Hearts of Folk. Samuel Amofa behind the ball. He plays a long one, but Razak Simpson heads the ball. This is Shani Isaac Mohammed. Very dangerous left foot. Shani Isaac Mohammed being crowded out, loses possession. It is now Nations FC. This is Berimaba trying to launch an attack. Berimaba, referee waves away. No penalty for Nations FC. Referee Misbah says no penalty. This is a Samoa brought in a free here. He locates Isaac Mohamed Sani. Now Isaac Mohamed Sani locates Stephen Apiasari. Now this is Hamza Isa, but goalkeeper Kofi Mensah. Nations FC leaving dangerously at the back.
In games like this, it is always very, very difficult to whistle for a penalty. And I think that is what we are seeing in the game so far. The Hearts of Folk are not doing something right. No, you have two attackers, one very bulky, tall, and the other one short. So if you want to send in long balls, you locate the tall and the bulky one for him to get a touch, for the short one to run behind and then deal with the second balls. But they are rather targeting Hamza Isa with the long balls, and I think it's something they need to work on.
Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the game to pause. Nation FC's Berimaba is on the floor in pain. Nation FC thought they would have been awarded a penalty, but Misbah Mohammed whistles, waves away. Yellow card being showed to Ransford Mensah. Referee Misbah Mohammed shows his yellow card to Ransford Mensah for that tackle on Berimaba. Free kick for Nations FC. Or would that be a drop ball? Kojo Amankwa restarts play. Abdul Karim. Now this is Samuel Osekufuor. He plays a long one. Kojo Amankwa to his captain Razak Simpson. This is Faisal Chawete. Faisal crowded out but managed to pass the ball to Prince Akwa. Prince Aqua with that beautiful footwork, but the ball is out of touch, and it's a goal kick for Hatzefolk.
Hatzefolk are trying to be tactically disciplined, and you see the players not committing so much. Even if the ball is passing, someone who needs to be there has to go get it. And I think that is what you need to do if you are playing against a team like Nations FC at home. But they need not to leave a lot of spaces within their team for Nations.
Last season when Hatzefolk visited Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex, they were winning in the first half. 1 goal by Hamza Issa in the first half. But Assad, 33rd minute in the game at the moment, it is still goalless. Now Ransford, Lucas Isak, but Berimaba shields the ball. It is a goal kick for Nations FC. Samuel Osei-Kuffour leaves the ball for his goalkeeper Kofi Mensah. Now Mensah lays the ball to captain Razak Simpson. Simpson to Samuel Osei-Kuffour, back to Razak Simpson. Nations FC building patiently from the back. This is Kojo Amankwa. Kojo Amankwa to Razak Simpson. Razak Simpson plays it to Samuel Osei-Kuffour. Osei-Kuffour trying to locate Van der Poel. This is Victor Odro. Beautiful control by Victor Odro. It is Berimaba. Beautiful work by Berimaba. Nations FC wanting to work it perfectly to get the opening goal of the game. This is Calvin Ampofo. But the midfield now, Razak Simpson to Samuel Osei-Kuffour. Nations FC enjoying the lion's share of the possession at the moment, winning all the balls and surging forward. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare is calm today, and he has controlled his back line very well. Benjamin Asare throws the ball short to Calvin Osei-Asibe. This is Osei-Asibe. Now Calvin in possession. Referee whistles for an infringement for Hatzefolk.
Calvin Osei-Asibe is trying to add some offensive duties to his work, and that is quite good. He has won a foul for Hatzefolk. Let's see how they deal with it.
The resultant free kick was wasted by Calvin Osei-Asibe. Goalkeeper Kofi Mensah wondering where to take the goal kick. He does it quickly. This is Kojo Amankwa to his captain Razak Simpson. Simpson to Samuel Osei-Kuffour. They've been rock solid this afternoon for Nations FC. Now this is Razak Simpson. Razak Simpson surging forward. He locates Kojo Amankwa. Kojo Amankwa sends in a cross, but Samuel Amofa clears the ball. Danger looming for Hatzefolk. This is Kojo Amankwa. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare with that save. Beautiful save by Benjamin Asare. Hatzefolk are living dangerously in the game at the moment. Calvin Osei-Asibe to Hamza Issa. Now this is Nations FC. Primer Bar tussling it out with Ransford Mensah. Ransford beautifully turns the ball. In possession is Hatzefolk. Ransford locates Ishak Sani Mohammed. Now this is Ishak Sani Mohammed, but Victor Odro. This is Theophilus Collison. Theophilus Collison plays a long one. Kojo Amankwa heads the ball away. Hussein Mohammed calmly controls the ball, releases the ball to Yaya Abdurrahman. This is Abdurrahman. Now this is Hatzefolk, but Kojo Amankwa, beautiful clearance.
The game has been a din-don affair in the last few minutes. Nations FC have had their share of the ball, and also they've created some chances. And Hasselhoff at the moment are also heading towards getting a goal. Let's see the result of what this corner is going to be.
Ishaq Sani Mohammed to effect the corner. Corner kick for Hasselhoff. Takes it shortly to Hussein Mohammed. This is Yaya Abdurrahman to Ransford Mensah. Ransford quickly leaves the ball. This is Hussein! Hussein blasted and looked to have gotten the chance to open the scoring of the game, but it is way off target.
That is a well-practiced training ground move from where the corner came from to the short passes and to where Hussein was located. I think it is a well-practiced move.
Nations FC currently 5th position on the league table with 5 points. Hasselhoff are with 3 points after losing their first 2 games of the season. They lost to Basaki Holy Stars and also Hearts of Lions, but they won against Mitcham United, and they're here this afternoon trying to get the 3 maximum points against a resolute Nations FC side. Beautifully, Hasselhoff are building from behind. This is Yaya Abdurrahman. Now Steven Apiasare Asamoah Boateng free. This is Yaya Abdurrahman. Yaya to Ishaq Sani Mohammed. This is Mohammed. Now Hussein. Apia Asare back to Hussein, but beautiful defensive work by Kojo Amankwa. Amankwa plays it long, trying to locate Van der Poel Vladimir. He gets him. Nations FC, Brahima Ba, goalkeeper saves.
That was some very good play from Nations FC. But a brilliant save from the goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. This is what you need to do if you are the goalkeeper and also you are the captain and the leader of the team. In situations like this, you need to come out to save, and that is exactly what Benjamin Asare has just done.
Corner kick quickly taken. Razak Simpson locates Victor Odro. Nations FC piling the pressure on Hasselhoff, but Steven Apiasare heads the ball away. Yaya Abdurrahman's ball is intercepted by Nations FC. This is Brahima Ba with a shot. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare missing as it was a deflection.
This would have been a mighty wicked deflection on the part of Nations FC and also on the part of Accra Hasselhoff. These kind of situations can beat any other goalkeeper in this world, and I think Benjamin Asare is quite lucky not to have had that ball on target.
We've done 14 minutes. 40 minutes, 5 more minutes for the end of the first half. It is a corner kick at the moment for Nations FC. Abdul Karim effects the corner, ball being headed. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare beautifully collects the ball. The pressure looming on Hasselhoff. They are beautifully and fantastically calming down the pressure. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, last season was a fantastic man in between the posts for Great Olympics. This season he is playing for the Phobia Boys, and now this is Nations FC. Victor Odro plays a long one, trying to locate Vladimir Van der Poel, but defender Kelvin Osasibe controls the ball, heads to his goalkeeper, and he receives the resultant pass. Yaya Abdurrahman interchanging passes with Kelvin Osasibe. This is Apia Asare. Now Apia trying to locate Hamza Issa. This is Hamza Issa. Hamza twisting and turning. Hamza loses possession. Kojo Amankwa, beautiful defensive work. Now this is Faiza Chawete. Faiza plays a long one, trying to locate Van der Poel, but Samuel Amofa plays a long one. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare comes to the rescue of Samuel Amofa. Benjamin Asari plays a long one, beautifully controlled by Samuel Oseku for Victor Odro, Nations FC. Now this is Sani Isaac for Hasselfolk. Sani Isaac twisting and turning. Sani Isaac loses possession. Nations FC. Samuel Oseku for beautiful defensive work by Razak Simpson, not allowing Hamza Issa to run towards the ball. This is Nations FC building from the back. Samuel Osai Kufuor raise a long one, only for Kevin Osasibe to head for Amofa. That is Theophilus Collison. Theophilus back to his goalkeeper. Now this is Samuel Amofa. Amofa back to Benjamin Asari. Asari locates Kevin Osasibe. Osasibe plays a long one, trying to locate Apia Asari, but now it's a throw-in.
If you're playing against such a good team like Nations FC at home, you need to always try to absorb the pressure sometimes, so that you can be able to calm your nerves and also create some chances for yourselves. And I think that is what Hasselfolk are trying to do at the moment, just absorbing the pressure and also waiting for their moment.
Well, Hasselfolk defends beautifully. Hussein Mohammed with Theophilus Collison. Theophilus locates Apia Asari. Stephen Apia Asari loses possession to Kojo Amankwa. Beautiful defensive work by Kojo Amankwa. Kojo trying to locate his captain. He gets his captain. This is Nations FC. Beautiful work. Nations building forward. Now this is Vladimir van der Poel against Samuel Amofa. Amofa cleared the lines. Theophilus Collison. Victor Odro in possession at the moment. Nations FC. Abdul Karim. This is Asamoah Boateng-Afriye. Finds Hamza Issa. Issa leaves the ball for Stephen Apia Asari. Back to Hamza Issa. Now Apia Asari Stephen. Yaya Abdurrahman. It is all Hasselfolk at the moment. Yaya Abdurrahman receives the resulting pass. It is still Yaya Abdurrahman. This is Hamza Issa. Issa goes back to his defender Kevin Osasibe. Asibe interchange passes with Yaya Abdurrahman. Two minutes to be added on. Additional time is 2 minutes. We've done all the 45 minutes at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Match day 4 Hasselfolk. The visiting side against the home side Nations FC. Now this is Ishak. Locates Ransford. It is an offside.
The first half is almost over and it's still 0-0. Now Nations FC is a very strong team, especially in second halves. And Hasselfolk will need to do something with just the remaining minutes, or they would have to keep defending like they are doing when they return from the break.
Theophilus Collison to Ishak. Asamoah Boateng-Afriye loses his footing, slips. Calvin Osasibe with that rough tackle. Yellow card flash out to Calvin Osasibe. Referee Misbah Mohammed. We've done 1 minute out of the 2 minutes added on. It is a free kick for Nations FC. Captain Razak Simpson behind the ball, and also Abdul Karim. Referee Misbah Mohammed shows where Hasselfolk should form the wall. Would this be straight power from the captain, or will it be a feeble one? Razak Simpson locates Victor Odro. This is Berimaba. Berimaba plays the ball, but Ransford Mensah defends beautifully. Referee Misbah Mohammed whistles for the end of the first half. It has been a KG encounter. Nations FC at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex against Hasselfolk in the match day 4 of the Ghana Premier League. Nations FC 0, Hasselfolk 0. The end of the first half.
It's really been a cagey encounter between the two teams. Let's expect more goals in the second half.
Well, we'll be back with the second half at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. First half is over. 0-0.
FDA ahwehwɛ saa adwadie nkratoɔ yi mu agye atum sɛ ɛyɛ
Chifax mixture pa
yo abusuafo ɛnɛ nso mede nkyia kɛseɛ paa ɛfiri Chifax Health Company Limited aso ɛyɛ ɛna mede ɛbrɛmo ɛnɛ da nso yɛ ɛda awurade de aka yɛ ho sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ ma wasetena bɛwie pɛyɛ wapɔmden bɛsisi so ɛde ama wɔ ɛno nti na nawɔtwe bia meba wɔ kwan mu na mede apɔmden kyerɛkyerɛ a esipisi bebo awodaache ebrewo abusuafo na ene se menu asan so ahia biewu a na ye Chifax mixture na afi Chifax P capsules edro no a esa gonorrhea syphilis na afi candidiasis a eboa ema ene mema ewo Ghana eni wiase afena nyina no eho asem ena menenu eba beka na dani abiri nyina meba mebɔ me homoden se memo anya nimdie bi ene nso yiwasum yenibre enti brisima ya yewoyi me no ba bedi nkomo kakra de etie nyina ne se wo hwe nananom ahemfo akyeamefo empanimfo eni ade se omu gu nsa obo nso omo de nsa na kyere soro nso twa bi ampon kwame na omo de bi nso akyere fom asase ya ye nananom wo gidie bi se onyankopon ye beema ena asase nso so eye oba adenti ena etisa onyankopon a oye beema no owosoro ena asase ya oye oba no owofom enti se ohwe ba ne beema kware a na eduru mpaso agudie mu a bo se oba ne dafem ena beema no eda nso na edie na esi ewo onyankopon oye beema ene asase ya entem ye na nanom ogidie bi se onyankopon a wote soro a oye beema no oware asase ya enti otoni nsuogu asase ya so na asase ya efifiri ne no baye na onipa etiase nso enya bi edi enti beema nso ne oba akodem a seven prebi asan beema no kobutu oba no so a ode ne nkwansuo egu oba nu tegogu oba na saasi pam eye na wodie no a na oba no enyinsen de boto ka se be friend say wa take seed wa fa aba anaso wa fa yefunu so what ya say enti de me bada me kire ne say onyankopon ye nature ye de toto abode eni mu adeyo ndi say de ensuo to gu asasim na asase afifini no baye na no baye no aye promprom de de aduane abre nipa no saa na be ma de ne nkwansuo egu sperms egu oba mu na oba no fertilized egg no akan hia sperm no na ede nkwa foforo abawi ase a ye frɛ no se oba no watekisi ye bela me chewo nyina ne se asase a enya asase pa no ensuo togu so a enobaye ntimi mfifiri mu se ye hwa bibi ti se desert anasa anwea prada da asase a wo ko North Africa Libya side ho no mo a ewo ho no a ensuo togu so na ntu bia ntimi mpiem ade ntefiri se nya asase pa asase mu nuane a eye organic manure ebi eni asase no ntintini fufuru no ba ade ntia ya anwea nko a se okompo ano a na uduru ba bia epo no bo asoche koduru no a bo za anwea nko a punu ye nsuo efa ho nsuo togu ho nso obi gu ho na nso hu sewura ba kokura efifiri ho ade ntia efrisa asase no ya anwea nti enuane nuro nim de me pesa me kan nyina ne se oba wa wodie a onyankopon ye no oye for a special purpose se odi enkwa foforo ebebe wiase saa so na bema wa wodie a onyankopon ye no oye se wonam so ede enkwa foforo ebebe wiase na empempi no se yare ye gonorrhea syphilis and afi candidiasis enyakwa ewura bema ho anase oba ho a enam se dodo no ampem ho asem nka at the early stage no na yare na conference nsanso obone e de abere no enam se dodo no ampem ho asem nka nti na yare no akofa ensusanso bone ede abre no enti bema ne oba reproductive system no ehu hia yie papa se wa wonto asoaso ebeye yie so asetenam aware no anigye bebam odo bebam nkitamudie papa bekoso a na ejina reproductive system no Timisrao say white o de po na how say gonorrhea babaso na how anase syphilis insanini kekaye na how wadro ye Jeffers mixture and afi Jeffers P capsules ebeboa na siesie wa wode no se de ebeya bema obeya bema mapa na oba nso so waye oba sima Jeffers mixture ni Jeffers P capsules so ba ye bone manane se papa Ghana and afi wiase afane nyina no yare eboa e de apomden ebre omanfo minua ba minua be ma wo hwe mi sabri adanse a midi ama woni se wase kikawo se bi nsuo bi gugu ebi wo apampa wo bi wo apampa ni afei ensa mesisi wase woni be ma hyiamu a wote pains wota nya miscarriages onyinsan ana asai ana se won hye nyinsan so bu wonsa minua ba wadro ye Jeffers mixture ana se P capsules ebe boabo be siesie wa wode no ebe kum yare mu awo ade de bia me ka won ho asem no amwade wo ho obeyi obasi ma minua ba wo hwe me se woni be ma hyiam na wote pains e wo wase instead of se obeti atenka de yaw e na wotia wadro ye Jeffers mixture me pato be siesie na aboa be ma nso asabe obeme mu aye mere ewo mpem ukosina ni masisia na wajemu wujemu nso abema no ensori bio na obema mu kekawo wujonso na obema mu hyehyew wujonso nketenkete pia de friend jonso ya ensan besisi obema ho ekọ na aba afei woni be obehyiam sisia na wajemu wujemu nso a obema no ntimi nsori bio doctors aka kire wo say when your low sperm count o sisiare pa emodin sisiare ano hye ya misreo wedro Jeffers mixture and afi Jeffers P capsules bema opeso ye bema mapa na ye sound mane a Mr. Jeffers na make am for amount a drawing buy for 10 solid years ni a drawing guso a eboa pomoden eboa asetna adinti na onfa ho nto so na etinigye nti yare ha wutimu se wonni apomden so yare we enka wo nto fomo na wakasa ya kan wato na ensu na epraw na ediunya yare ti me the heart disease akoma yare a no den brenipa etime ma ho ikeka wo ye wo hene etime mo aposo ye wo ya a antwekro timi nya bone marrow eye dompemu kokram a ni nyina ya de a nipa e wo wiase mesro gonorrhea babaso syphilis yankika yensenini na afi candidiasis a friend white ana edepua minua ba minua bema wo ho akwanya se yare entimenye wasetena emoso nom Jeffers mixture Jeffers P capsules wo be ma dofo no na ni agea this onya Jeffers mixture Jeffers P capsules na modi sieni e wo mpaso agudie mu a Daniel bring na nefie wonom aye de mesro se o prostate problems a wo jonso a wo bre wo chem ansa na watimi adonso a Jeffers mixture ebesiesio yedroi eye a wodie mu adwuma ya ye adwuma for 10 solid years mama kansam enchero nyame ada romanti yadwuma pa ye som Ghana ni wiase ntino da bia meka uba Ghana nyina no a abibidro nka bom ko ba tan aye federation kese e friend Gafra no me ye first vice president enya no nko oko aban mu a me sanso ye board member e wo traditional medicine practice council e kire wo se yenim de ye boa o my Ghana pomoden eno nti ye numbers and a screen no so no me pa to friend doctors ne do so le be ma wo nkiremu a ye be boa kwan be fa so obenu aduro no se de be ya wa yaresa e be wie peye drugstores herbal store pharmacy shop bi e wo Ghana obowra so pe Jeffers mixture and Jeffers P capsules a drone one ma bu broda ho a mo green e piana no ubenya bi le be boa pomni onyankopon hiraw da se ne ye be sanso ahia FDA ahwehwe sa edwadie nkrato yi mu agye atum se eye
Jeffers mixture pa.
na say na tidie life ama onya bihwe no Nations FC and afi House of Folk obia entimi ento atena our game nim Nations FC 0 House of Folk 0 eno ene de ekoso Dr. Kwame Chi Sports Complex eno ena I live on Globe TV onya bi hwe ntimere pam second half no saba na was I enjoy game na say and a results in city after first 45 minutes in say and city Bechem United for no early by a goal to 0 against Dreams FC the Bechem for no nana for Jaguar Park omulidi by a goal to 0 Arsenal I Brekum Chelsea for no set records no and answer on my better actually Krobia early by a goal to 0 now the chance of 14 good years near Brekum Chelsea in turn of Brekum Golden City Park and lose game NTR Asante Kotoko and ebe first time Kotoko edin kunim for the past 14 years and Yemrene Krabia ebe tre second half no na Heart of Lions and Bibiani Ghost Stars obi antimi fa ball Antonio Kwatenem Sansona Basake Holy Stars I want Medium Sporting Club obi a ense go Legon City Tifie Emma Karela United abese go Giaso Mohammed Okaisa player no ne modimo kon kan pa ono ena anya go ede ama Karela United e was game Nations FC House of Folk eno etwagwe ma onya bi first half here obi ense go Samates Ashabako Emma Vision FC entimi enti kano Samates 1 Vision FC 4 entimi enti kano na General Apostle 4 I was sunyane na ana wenchi Sports Stadium Omasabako Emma Diana Stars atikano so any venue wenye 2 goals Eddie free any venue so both team to score juma game in first half karom omo amaye 2 goals John Apostles 1 Adriana Stars 1 and way any results were aba our first half with sampa goals I shall see about only compare match day 1 day 2 day 3 now week and I am first half no am I more goals as compared to the previous games here yedi kan abono to say and I want some here Bechem United 1 Dreams 0 Brekum Chelsea 0 Santa Kotoko 1 Heart of Lions 0 Bibiani Ghost Stars 0 Basake Holy Stars 0 Medium 0 Legon Cities 0 Karela United 1 Nations FC House of Folk 0-0 and after Samatas Asabako Emma Vision FC NT Young Apostles 1 Adriana Stars 1 so we any results were about our first of Jifas Mixer and have a peak out to Sadaroma and a games in one year over the Rahabaso be a drasto bia because in Jifas Mixer and have a peak out to Sano and I can was some Eddie amount Bema Numbi na Mwopa Emma no one conquer ba also Numbi na to white I say Ederfu so na to gonorrhea say na to menstrual pains ya say amounts no nyaji ewon paso ntino wadro no Jeffers Mixer and afi pick ups na make amfo edi amount ye hwe message kakra ba no ho na minyi emfa mfiri wo emfa amount me dia ba do so pa ma me hwe na afi minyi emfa mfiri wo emfa amount asai na ho nsam no esitie na ma me nsa ase ho Emfa Enfri ha with a win for House of Folk. Calvin has been defense very very well. Okay, from AM okay. Or if in Swatran the buyer we say good afternoon, good analysis on the board. Marcus Gavi from Inchi, in my mention from Inchi, South Way in Sonom, and so I say Marcus Gavi now. I see watching live from Inchi. May God grant you more sponsorship. In the other buyer, don't know. With hi, I'm Ike watching live from La Paz. Despite the draw at the first half, Nations FC will beat House of Folk by 2-0. With Globe TV, Papa. With House of Folk lose today and Kotoko win Nana 1. And the House of Folk lose today and Kotoko win Nana Buama. Was hi, I'm Ike. Okay, my can't because my name is Obin Samuel. Okay, Nana Fizop. Okay, a teacher at Adjurgano, Adma Primary. Okay. Adma Primary. Honor if I say Asante Kotoko 1, Bechem United 0. Greetings to my lovely mother, sister Adjoa Penaman from Achem of Fonse. Tino, mami fancy ahu. Na fi enyo ne field no. Na second half no. Second the besi akọ. For message bra. Yaba meto aso akan ede amamiden and Osman Haruna.
Will determine whether the Phobia boys will carry all 3 points back to the nation's capital, or it is the home team continuing their unbeaten run at home. Nations FC they've been rock solid this afternoon, offensively They've been effective with the exception of the goal. House of Folk on the other side show glimpses of what they can do. They did that against Bechem United, and they are here today to do same against Nations FC. Referee Misbah Mohammed. Whistles for the second half to begin. Well, Robert, the second half has commenced.
45 minutes. Thank you.
Razak Simpson plays a long one. Ransford Mensah clears the ball back to Simpson. Theophilus Collison. Hussein locates Asamoah Boateng-Afriyie. This is Asamoah. He's a dangerous striker. He knows this ground very well. Asamoah loses possession. Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim's ball is poor. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare comes to the rescue of Hasselfolk. Benjamin Asare. Dependable goalkeeper for Great Olympics last season. Calvin Osiasibe locates Apia Asare. This is Hussein. Beautiful turn. Isaac Mohammed. Ransford Mensah. Ransford shoots. Goalkeeper Kofi Mensah.
I think Ransford should have went in for a cross instead of trying to strike on goal, because we saw Boateng almost arriving at that same moment. So a cross would have been the best thing to do, but this is football and things happen within split seconds.
Hasselfolk have been the team lively in the second half, early stages in the second half. Yaya Abdurrahman to Apia Asare Steven. This is Steven. Beautiful turn. Yaya Abdurrahman. Apia Asare Steven moving forward. Steven crosses the ball. Steven. Asamoah Boateng-Afriyie failed to connect.
That was a very good pass into the box for Asamoah Boateng, and it nearly led into the first goal for Accra Hasselfolk. They've been up and doing in the second half, and that is why they've had 2 chances in the game, and they are yet to get a goal for themselves.
The fans of Hasselfolk are now up and singing with that attack that resulted into the corner. Corner quickly taken. Theophilus Collison. Sani Isaac Mohammed crosses a long one. Throw in for Nations FC. Throw quickly taken. Samuel Osekufo. This is Victor Odro. Referee allow play to continue. Captain Razak Simpson. Kojo Mankwa. Beautiful football by Nations FC. Victor Odro. Now this is Nations FC. Theophilus Collison. Clear the ball. Referee allows play to continue. Hasselfolk living dangerously here. Early stages in the second half, Robert. What do you think will result as Nations FC up in their game right after Hasselfolk piling pressure on them?
I think for now, Nations FC need to forget that they are the home team. They need to try to find a way to stop Hasselfolk. The second half seemed to be a very good half for Hasselfolk this time, and they are really attacking through all the channels and also trying to create the chances. Now it is a game that something special needs to be done, isn't it? Otherwise, I see this game resulting in a 0-0 draw.
Hamza Mohammed is down in agony, in pain. The infringement goes against Hatsafok. But Hamza Mohammed the Hatsafok junior team graduate, the Aroras graduate, Hamza Mohammed, Hamza Isa rather, Hamza Isa. Hatsafok got a draw last season here. It was this man who got the goal for Hatsafok. Hamza Isa is being carried out. Play resumes. Razak Simpson to Abdul Karim. Karim turns beautifully. Victor Odro. Prince Akwa. Abdul Karim. Karim loses possession. Theophilus Collison to Samuel Boateng Afriye. Afriye locates Isaac, but it was too heavy for Isaac.
It was a good drop in by Samuel Boateng, but the pass was a bit heavy for Isaac to get to. It was a very good pattern of play, just that the ball was too heavy for Isaac.
Samuel Osekufo wins possession and loses it back straight away. Sani Isaac, Mohammed, beautiful footwork by Sani Isaac. He locates Asamoah Boateng Afriye, who wins a throw-in for Phobia. Hatsafok quickly takes the throw. Sani Isaac, Mohammed plays a long one, trying to locate Asari. Kevin Osas even lose the ball, but goalkeeper Benjamin Asare playing dangerously at the back. Nations FC piling the pressure. It is Abdul Karim. Karim's ball is blocked. Nations FC. This is Kojo Amankwa. Amankwa trying to locate Van der Poel. Steven Apia Asari. He bears the name of the former captain of the Black Stars, Steven Tornado Apia. Robert,
of course, and it is a name that sometimes if you bear, you need to work beyond your strength to be able to get to the level Tornado got to. But I think Benjamin Asari showed a bit of composure and also calmness. But in these kind of situations, you don't try these things.
You don't try these things. This thing is noted to be something that is always done by Manchester United's goalkeeper, Andre Onana. He loves to play the ball with his foot.
And also the likes of Manuel Neuer, and then Ederson Moraes, Alisson Becker and co. They all do this. But this is a game you are playing away, and if the result stays like this, it could be a good one for you. So you don't do this.
Remember, Andrew Onana is a La Masia product. That is what he used to do. Benjamin Asare just did that. Kofi Mensah quickly throws the ball to Razak Simpson. This is Yaya Adraman. Yaya's ball was poor. Throw in for Nations FC. Coach Abubakar Ouattara is not a happy man. He is not a happy man. Now this is Hatsafok launching an attack. Good work by Kofi. Victor Odro. Referee Misbah says play should stop because Sani Isaac Mohammed is on the floor. He's up at the moment. Could we say the intensity of the game is making the players to do some series of mistakes?
Of course, this is a very intense game. These are two teams with some kind of rivalry at the moment in Ghana football, and so if they meet, a lot of things can happen, and you just need to be able to adjust yourself to the tempo of the game to be able to settle into it. Until one of the teams gets a goal, this is how the game will continue to be.
Vladimir van der Poel is out of the game. Vladimir van der Poel out of the game, and Moses Opoku being introduced by Nations FC. Now this is Stephen Appiah. Stephen Appiah-Sarr as against Kojo Amankwa. Kojo Amankwa wins the battle. Referee says this is not a foul, it's a throw in. Barry Maba was complaining, but referee takes the infringement. It's a free kick. Simpson. Now this is Prince Aqua. Calvin Osiasibe with the clearance. Nations FC. It is still goalless at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Abdul Karim, center of the park. It is Samuel Osei-Kuffour who plays a long one, but beautifully defended by Hatzafok. This is Ransford Mensah. Beautiful control by Samuel Osei-Kuffour. He wins a foul. Samuel Osei-Kuffour has been rock solid this afternoon for Nations FC, Robert.
Of course, he's been very, very good. And if you play against the likes of Asamoah Boateng, you need to be solid, just as he has been. Else things are going to go wrong for you. And I think the attack of Hearts of Oak between Hamza and also Boateng, they need to communicate very well. They seem to have problems doing.
Now this is Nations FC! Timely clearance by Calvin Osiasibe. It is a corner kick. Timely intervention by Calvin Osiasibe.
This guy is fantastic. The anticipation and also the timing, the patience to be able to get onto the ball right is something very, very special.
Prince Aqua behind the corner. He takes it short for Abdul Karim. Back to Prince Aqua. Yaya Draman heads the ball away, but to Razak Simpson who shoots. But danger being cleared. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare guides the ball. It is a goal kick for Hatzafok. Benjamin Asare. Against Bechem United, you saw Benjamin Asare giving the team talk on the field, saying our next games, our worst result should be a draw. This means the encouragement from the goalkeeper who doubles as the captain is strong, and the Hatzafok boys are depicting that. Now this is Ishak. Faisal Chawate. Leadership qualities by Benjamin Asare. Robert, that is something that is motivating for the players.
Of course, that is all you need to do. If you are the captain and in the first two games you lose and you win your third game at home, of course you need to say something and you need to bring the morale of the boys up, and that is of course what Benjamin Asare did after that game.
Kevin Ampofo caught sleeping, but Hatzafok's striker Hamza Issa concedes a free kick. Goalkeeper Kofi Mensah plays a long one. Theophilus Collinson. This is Abdul Karim. Hussein Mohammed wins possession. Stephen Apia locates Hamza Isa. This is Hamza Isa. Referee Misbah quickly spots the handball of Hamza Isa and whistles for infringement against the Hearts of Oak striker. To the fans' dismay and disbelief, they thought it should have been a penalty for Phobia.
He controlled the ball quite well, but with a stretched arm. And I think in association football, the moment you do that, you call for the referee to make a decision. And the fans are not happy. But you know, he's the man in charge of the game. And whatever he says becomes final.
Referee Misbah Mohammed has been on top of issues this afternoon. Decision spot on. Free kick quickly taken. This is Abdul Karim. Prince Aqua loses possession as a mob watching a free. Referee flashes his yellow card to Calvin Ampafo. Ampafo in disbelief of that decision.
Thank you.
He actually got the ball. He actually got the ball, and that is the reason why he's so perplexed with the decision of the referee.
Referee was the medic for Asamoah watching the free, but the free says I am okay. I am good to go. I can continue on. Free kick at the middle of the park for Hearts of Oak. Samuel Amofa behind the ball. We've seen the defensive partnership of Razak Simpson and Samuel Osei-Kuffour. This is Yaya Draman. Stephen Apia. Stephen Apia. Stephen Apia wins. A throw in for Hearts of Oak. Quickly taken by Yaya Abdurrahman. This is Yaya. Yaya. Pass was very poor one. Calvin Osiasibe heads the ball away. This is Hussein. Yaya trying to locate Hamza Isa. He quickly gets him. This is Hamza Isa. But Razak Simpson, 61 minutes of gameplay. Hearts of Oak wins a throw. I was just speaking about the defensive partnership of Razak Simpson and Samuel Osei-Kuffour. For Robert, these guys are rock solid, watertight.
They are very, very fantastic. No, Osei-Kuffour is one of the most established centre backs in the game, and getting him here has really helped to improve the performance of Simpson. And I think they complement each other to make themselves better.
It is a throw in against Hearts of Oak. Osei-Kuffour grabbed the headlines when Kumasi Asante Kotoko visited Bichim when he was playing for Bichim United. You remember he and Fabio Gomez incident. Osei-Kuffour, very, very tall defender. Abdul Karim has been fantastic in the midfield for Nations FC. This is Ampafo. Now Karim. Kojo Mankwa plays it long, but Calvin Osiasibe. Referee allow plays to continue on. Ransford Mensah clears the ball. This is Ishak Sani. He locates Asamoah Boateng Afriyie. Asamoah Boateng Afriyie turns beautifully, but referee Asamoah Boateng Afriyie in disbelief of the decision of referee Misbah Mohammed. It was a tussle between Asamoah Boateng Afriyie and Samuel Osei-Kuffour.
It was quite a very, very beautiful tussle between two bulky players, and playing as a home team, you always have a slight advantage, and also playing as a defender, you also have a bit of an advantage. So I'm not quite surprised.
Now Nations FC lost an attack, but also for goalkeeper Benjamin Asari to the rescue. Theophilus Collins in once again. That tussle again. As a mob in the free and Osai Kufuor Hasselfolk look to have played it quick, but referee says no.
The game is getting more intense and it's also getting a lot more interesting. The two teams are both trying to get a first goal, which will be very, very important in this game.
Once again, Calvin Osiasibe. Abdul Karim. Osei Kufuor shoots from back, but defended by Hasselfolk. This is Ishak Sani. Ransford Mensah. Samoa Boateng free flicks the ball to Hussein. Hussein look at Steven Appiah. This is Steven Appiah. Appiah plays it long to Hamza Issa, but Razak Simpson.
We are witnessing a very fantastic game this afternoon. Very, very beautiful. The two teams, whenever they need to have control over the ball, they do that quite well. But the defensive shape and also setup of both teams has been fantastic this afternoon.
Prince Accra with that beautiful move, being applauded by Nations FC. Now this is Nations FC. Referee waves away. Hasselfolk in possession. Calvin Osiasibe to Prince Stephen Appiah. Appiah locates Hussein. Hasselfolk launching an attack of their own, but Captain Razak Simpson. Theophilus Collinson receives the yellow card.
That decision not to award a penalty is spot on. Spot on. The player had the ball, and in such situations, you need to be able to get on top of your game to get that decision right. It was spot on.
In some situations like this, Robert, the players do simulate to get the decisions in their favor, exactly. And referee Misbah has been spot on decisions correct.
Exactly. He's had a lot of experience. Now 43 games in the Ghana Premier League as a referee, that makes him one of the best. And of course, these kind of situations cannot beat Misbah.
What do you think has brought about the frustration between the two sides? It looks as if hard tackles flying in. What is the reason to that?
Now, a draw here will be a fair resource for both teams. Nations FC will continue with their unbeaten home record. Hasselfolk will also continue with their record such that they've never lost to Nations FC. So a draw here will be of resource. The Nations FC feel that they are playing at home and they need to get that goal to give them the 3 maximum points. Now Hasselfolk also feel that they have total and absolute control whenever they play against Nations, and so they are also fighting to get a goal which will give them the 3 maximum points. That is the reason why the game is getting more physical and more intense. Now in any other game at this moment, the away team will be trying to be conservative to be able to go away with the 3 points, but we've seen Hasselfolk trying to open up and also playing and creating chances. That is the reason why the game is getting much and more physical. And Osiasibe is trying to pull his players away from the scene, telling them to take their positions and make sure that they can be able to defend quite well for Hasselfolk.
Hasselfolk took 4 points from Nations FC last season. A 1-1 draw here and a 2-0 victory for Hasselfolk in the nation's capital. Can they pick a point here again? Substitutions to be effected by Nations FC. Sadiq Al Hassan and Andrews Kobina both to be introduced. At this moment, Robert, do you think Nations FC needs some substitution to inject that kind of potency in the attack.
They really need guys to be able to do that. They've already taken out Vladimir from the game, and yet they are still struggling to get a goal. So they need to get more players to be able to create chances and also get onto the finish whenever they need them.
Well, Abdul Karim leaves the pitch to be replaced by Sadiq Al Hassan. And also Barry Maba comes off to be replaced by Andrews Kobina. Just look at Barry Maba. He's not happy. He's not a happy man.
Of course, you always want to be on the pitch, and when you feel you are not tired and you are doing exactly what you were asked to do, being subbed off, sometimes it pisses the players off.
Well, Amofa with the ball now. Ransford Mensah locates Hamza Issa, but it was a poor touch by Issa. Whistles for a foul for Hatzafok.
Let me tell you one secret about sticking in your jersey. Sometimes, if there's a tussle in the box and the referee comes and your shirt is up, he knows you were pulled, and so you can get a penalty. You see, Osei Asibe's shirt was pulled, and the referee quickly realized that something happened.
Osei Asibe is noted for sticking his shirt in, just as Cesar Azpilicueta of Atletico Madrid at the moment, the former captain of Chelsea, never leaves his shirt on, always stick in. This is the secret from Konya Robert, and that's a great point there, Robert.
Of course.
Play continues at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex, and it's Nations FC who are building at the moment. This is Al Hassan, the man who was just introduced. Hamza Issa wins the ball. Hamza Issa takes on Simpson, lays on the pass to. This is Ransford Mensah, Samuel Amofa, Theophilus Collinson, Yaya, Stephen Apia finds Yaya trying to locate Asamoah Boateng, but Samuel Osekufor shields Asamoah Boateng away for goalkeeper Kofi Mensah.
This should have been a grounded pass because Boateng was in a very good position to receive the ball with his foot, turn and then engineer a shot. So with these balls, you don't go for a long one.
Well, it's an infringement for Hatzafok. Substitutions for Hatzafok. Sani Ishaq Mohammed leaves the field for Yao Amankwa Befi. Yao Amankwa Befi replaces Sani Ishaq Mohammed. Stephen Apiasari also leaves the field for Kwabena Boateng, jersey number 19. So Ouattara Boubacar has made some attacking substitutions. Do you think Ouattara wants the 3 points?
He really needs the 3 points, and that is what you should go in for. At the moment, you can see Nations FC introducing attackers, so you also need to try to also create something. But under normal circumstances, he should have been bringing on defenders to be able to deal with the attack that Nations FC are introducing. But it's also coming in with attackers, meaning he also needs the 3 points.
That shows the attacking intent of coach Abubakar Ouattara. He wants to take all the 3 points to the capital of the nation, and the 3 points is being battled out between Hatzafok and Nations FC. We've done 73 minutes and it's still goalless at Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Goal kick quickly effected by Kofi Mensah, the goalkeeper. Kevin Osiasibe comes to head. Once again, Kevin Osiasibe.
This guy is good.
Kevin Osiasibe. My co-commentator Robert says this guy is a fantastic guy. This is him. Now Kevin again. Opoku with the ball. Kevin Osiasibe balloons the ball. Asamoah Boateng a free. Beautiful control. Yao Amankwa Befi. It is a foul. The supporters of Nations FC are in disagreement with the decision. The fans have been lovely this afternoon.
Of course. They've been here in their stop thinking right from the first minute up to now. This is what we want to see, and of course this is what we are seeing.
Referee Misbah Mohammed giving some words of caution to the man who was just introduced, Yao Amankwa Befi. It is a free kick for Nations FC. Kojo Amankwa behind the ball. Will this result into a goal? The floodlights are out as the weather has turned cloudy at the Dr. Kwame J Sports Complex. Now this is Hasafok striker Hamza Issa. Beautiful footwork by Calvin Ampofo. Throw in for Hasafok. Amufa to Hussein. This is Yaya Dramani shoots from long range, but it was a poor kick. Poor kick.
It was a good decision, but the execution wasn't quite right. And the strikers were waiting at the edge of the box for the ball, but he decided to shoot, and it wasn't the best.
Nations FC are very solid when it comes to home games. They hold the longest unbeaten home run, 18, 10 wins, 8 draw. Can they pick up the maximum victory here, or it will be a draw? Yao Amankwa Befi. This is Kofi Mensah, goalkeeper. Robert Asamoah Boateng.
The balls are not coming. No, with Asamoah Boateng, you need to be feeding him his.
Sadiq Al-Hassan loses possession. Asamoah Boateng to Yao Amankwa Befi. This is Yao Amankwa Befi. Very slippery. But Kojo Amankwa shows him who is the man. But the defensive Amankwa won the tussle. Samuel Osaikufu to Sadiq Al-Hassan. A good battle between Sadiq Al-Hassan and Kevin Osei Asibe. Now this is Nations FC. As a folks surging forward, Kwabena Boateng. This is Kwabena Boateng. Amankwa Befi, Hussein's pass was a poor one. Andrew Sopoku, very strong. This is Andrew Sopoku. Ampofo, Kelvin, Victor Drew. Possession largely won by Nations FC. Kojo Amankwa against Yao Amankwa Befi. Kojo Amankwa wasn't able to pass. Sadiq Al Hassan for Nations FC whips in across, ball being headed out by Samuel Amofa. Now this is Kwabena Boateng to Hamza. But Hamza Issa is caught offside. House of Folk fans are frustrated with this decision.
Of course, they have to be frustrated. Maybe not because it's a wrong decision, but because of the timing and also where they were at that moment. They thought they had nearly gotten a goal, but for the official to call for an offside, they need to be frustrated.
Opoku to Kobina. We've done 80 minutes. 10 more minutes for the 90 minutes to be up. Referee Misbah and his assistants will definitely let us know the time that will be added on. But at the moment, it is Kobina to Sadiq Al Hassan, and this is Nations FC. Shot by Prince Aqua, but defended by Samuel Amofa. It is Nations FC. Offside. Benjamin is free.
I think offensively, and then the defense of House of Folk has done really well, as well as Nations FC. The two defensive setups have really decided the game this afternoon.
Well, this is Kwabena Boateng. It is House of Folk. Hamza Issa tussling it out, but the defense of Nations FC comes up. Hussein beautifully controls. Yao Amankwa Befi whips in across. This is Hamza Issa, but goalkeeper Kofi Mensah at the first attempt loses the ball, but grabs it on the second attempt. Goalkeeper Kofi Mensah. Yaya Abdurrahman. Beautiful control and turn by Yaya Abdurrahman. Moment, Robert.
Of course, of course. We have just some 8 minutes to go, so you cannot afford to lose this game any moment from now. So the players are kind of rising to the tempo.
This is Asibe. Theophilus Collinson. Hussein to Kwabena Boateng. This is Kwabena Boateng. Faisal Chawate was the player who got the winning goal for Nations FC against Aduana Stars in match day 3. He's been substituted off for
Yali. Gonna
to be substituted. Hussein Mohammed, who was signed from Division 1 club DBB United, is being taken off here by Abubakar Ouattara, and to be introduced into the game is Rafael Amponsa. Hussein leaves the field. Rafael Amponsa, 25 minutes.
Ghana Premier League is back again. I said it.
And we are ready for the Ghana Premier League 2024-2025 season. We are ready. We are ready.
We are ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes, we are ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We are ready.
Ghana Premier League match day 4 and I go so yebona Accra sa na kupiem e Kumasi otimi say ensu eto na no pa ensu gidigidi pa na eto Dr. Kwame Chi Sports Complex enti ama coverage no etwetwe mu kakra sa enti no and game no kwade abana wi na sa Ghana Premier League match day 4 na say and results no binu ahyehyɛ bia binu su gu so hwɛ animu say the etienne say omo betimi ahyɛ kupiem betim na nafo gi abo park ya yabo 90 minutes no yabo awi atwa referee beto so betim na telephone aguso led by a goal to 0 eno de etie wo hono sa na tie eno achi kopiem enso brekum Chelsea for atemo ka no enti no 1-1 e brekum sa na tie Zakaria Fuseni ono ana ateka no ene brekum Chelsea goal Chija manasha makotoko no abranti fence Zakaria Fuseni ono ateka no ene ama bechi anase brekum Chelsea for no sa ene tie na Holy Stars for no tifie so far 90 minutes here amunda from 2-1 at the Mediama Sporting Club. Mediama for lady 2-1 over club by finish Basake Holy Stars. And in first half no second half no yase kaya 90 minutes ni 2-1 I know call Ediama Mediama Sporting Club. 90 minutes Heart of Lions and our Bibiani Ghost Stars we are Entimi Ensego it was our game and watching on Lagos City's point to fear Ensheb Macarella United Akosoma come you know omo Entimi NTV 90 minutes nyabo it was our game Lagos City 0 Carolina United 2 it was our game and watching us no House of Folk and Nation Saves na no na guswa yehwa enso no agam gidigidi pa ho utimi enso na no de pa ama coverage no twetwe mo na hono so 0-0 Samates NFA Vision FC 90 minutes ayabono 1-1 it was our game Samates Nations and Vision FC 1-1 after 90 minutes no trying to referee debate so Sasna John Apostles NFA Adriana Stars go so much your first half no and you go so you cram 1-1 yabona 10 minutes awie ye twen and the referee no e de beka ho send e beko ye benya goal after 90 minutes na I am running crabia and e betre Jeffers Mexa and after P Caps Santaroma and you go so ye game no ama wonya bi ahwe sa na honsam no esi etie o bone ro heba so bia drasto bia of course me page fast make sure na afi pick up so ye bema e bo pa na o gino na so atuma ye adwuma ye wo gino na so pa atuma bo adwuma ma no makon kan edi ama eno wachi no so no yo ba na white na wo so e bo na fi atu ase na free so na wonya fa hudie ama no makoyi pa edi ama sa na honsam no esi etie na de etie se wo yo ba na white e wo so ono kunu di mpa so agra wo te ya nko na wo te mo wi na nso no asanya aba ye tie se ha adwen pa ha adwen enti mesro tutumrika na page fast nibi na emwa ema no mankon kan emfa ema enti wadro pa no aye G fast mixer na afi pickups na make kan from be ma be badjuma ya djuma me mo piafo ya djuma me from Mura rura ne from Mura obetime radia na aye G fast mixer na afi pickups no eno na make kan for edi amount na Baba Romeo no Enjoy FM Kumasi Baba Romeo I mention pa also of your game no me da se pa was nice outfit Osman me da se Baba Romeo wo Kumasi DJ Flavor also wo teachima ma mention DJ Flavor yi pa Sasuna reference Nicholas ono I former Cruise FM presenter ma mention won so and race sanity into games na yegu so hwe nim se me bana wie na fe yetimi aja bibia wo ho sa na honsum sitie aha sanity ntu wo na obi wo ha na obi frɛ sa se men picking for fun ntare maso se odwen ho a wonti asesas no reference na na ya makopita original ren also team the house etimo hwe nim so be dinkunu so I can say no de emu ade essence nations for no kuta records we fear 18 matches ne won lose se game way ekoko wie se omu dinkunu anase bia sakwa ene draw na se omu da kon 19 matches e fie obi antimi for nations for chin amatikon kanfom ewo oman kasa fie ho enti na o kire sampa e ba na nations for bo fie a omo ho eden papa na no make kan wasem e dia kire o jumadi ne so and rent nations for no go so hwa ne mo so metimi a protect them record no na eno makon kan sans na kopiem enso aye brekum Golden City Park enso a sa record da honom 14 years nye koto kontimi ko win the game wo ho na nka mo hwa ne mu a sen committee makofa aye win e dia free ho nso no da bi eno man kosa na Samatters aye ne 2 e dia tia Vision FC Samatters for no almost 2 e dia tia Vision for no dia chance aye Mark Epson ono anya second goal e dia ma Samatters e dia tia Vision FC sa and na honsem city and make kan was macho ma me fa message ka kranto to aso ho na fi yenhwe na yenkona Heart of Lions and afi bibia the ghosts game no eno abana wiye 0-0 obia antimi antwat na sa game nim sa na honsem city na ma mencha sako de sako waya me former aye say ko worker wo me former station di sako de mencha opa ma menfa message jaba no ma menfa entwat so okay o say Mami Shasin Fria pa Samri ade ayi bai de ya semo Mami Shasin Fria say na okay okay we na atoma na me hwe na menya yi na nkwen pa was am Benjamin Fuso hina mo aten from Bafi okay in Kranzan North Hasselfolk West draw West ebeye draw sanity eti so le mun kai bin chem na me hwe na ye nya de ebeye sa mun kai bin chem na tino sanity yen continue so far games no egu so kakra tino Hasselfolk Nations FC still 0-0 Samatters 2 Vision FC 1 Heart of Anas Yana Posts 1 Adriana Stars 1 Krobia 1 Brekum Chelsea 1 Betim United 1 Dreams FC 0 and no the tino sa na hu the game o hwe no game Nations FC and afi Hasselfolk me any Osman Haruna yen kona fe yen hwe say after game no say post match ne ba yem wonya bi ahwe ama no ma akonkan e de amount yen twa ho ewia e besa beto aso
Let's cherish our Premier League 2024-2025 season. We are ready. We are ready. I'm ready. Please, we are ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. We are ready.
Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again.
Jeffers Health Talk and when you go so I will show me the Dr. Stephen Appiaje Donko. We a bear my wo sheme why you mere wompem we see ya we ya jemu ntentem insan bi besisi bear ma ho ekona abadwo nso bear mam ya wo ya hyehyew kakra bia na dwo nso do dwo nso a wo chembre wo prostate problem ye the rubber dro be akwa akoto bear mem anampo ye de bi ahyem me ma na wotwe nom Jeffers eto aso na we say drobe no eno anka se nyimpia ahemfo akuku da matwotwo wuro mpanimfo kumase ane de rubber ashom bemem Jeffers adawroma yipie ite se na nu twini pie be man so bi pie firi bemem doctors when you low sperm count untimi nsure be nyin. With all these conditions, how a twitcher, Jeffers Mr. Jeffers P capsules, and the Jebba Warrior with your bed, or bar or sheme, or personium. Unsabu may ye, waseki cow, or John Swa was so, and she'll be gugu. With any condition be our femono. Minuaba, whether a Jeffers Mr. Jeffers P capsules. Yare back one who pa or infectious diseases mono. Syphilis. We HIV free or syphilis no. Very, very dangerous. Men fe niagro. Problem e de be bre no. E was also anontem. Any form of sexually infection wenya, especially candidiasis, syphilis, and gonorrhea. Fa wo nyina to Jeffers Mr. So tutumrika kotobi be ma be boy adwuma wo mpam yie be ma mapa be dwonso kama wani beje sisi eye oya e be free honom nyinsan ebeba awo no beba nyinsan ne begina bibia be koso kama e de amawo ama enioma asisi so nyankopon hya so koso hwe me da na utie me nkyerɛkyerɛ efri Jeffers Health Company Limited midin e de Dr. Stephen Appiaje Donko Accra.
Hello, your friend is of Mamina na Hayford. Me yen century me say actress. And then you ma who do pee keka ho. And na me dwuma dinti. Ma po me den ho hia me papa na se bad ma po me den ho dia. And one Jeffers mixture. Bonje. Jeffers mixture nti me ti me gina pabwa tenten so. Just say Jeffers mama your best simwan kasa. Me nia be ma. Ebema wusu wa ye be mama pa. Senti ameji Jeffers mixture tumpre kopeni say. Edro no ho te ye de afa abefu nimdie kwan so. Eni fidie won suom e na ye ne frinchem kroje. Ye no nti ma ye resade enu wane Jeffers mixture. Na momitie enye ma penfo oba a o ma akwala no fo ana akwala onyanya emfie dumienu.
FDA ahwehwe sa edwadie nkrato yi mu agye atum se eye.
Jeffers mixture pa.
Pick up the phone, call up the line.
Globe TV.
Call up the line. Call up the request line. I'm on
Please play as Terminator by King Promise.
I'm at the point in life, if you understand me or not.